It is Thursday, December 12th. Just, what would that be? 19 more days? Is that right? In 2024, Jason? Wow.
Wait till Y2K hits.
Man, remember that? Remember that when
I do.
Y2K?
Y2K was a fun movie.
Y2K?
Yeah, the one that just came out.
Oh, I haven't even heard of that, I don't think.
I don't know how other people would, because like it basically takes place in a high school during that time, which is when I was going to high school. So I kind of like afraid that if you're too young for that or too old for that, like it's not gonna.
What are you saying?
It was just if I'm thinking about like high schoolers in like 2010, I'm like, well, I don't care about this.
What's the premise? Give us the log line.
So it's these high school kids. They go to a party. It's like super bad. Basically, it's these two kids that are kind of like on the outside. They go to this party, and it's during Y2K, and at midnight, all of the machines get like a virus or something, and they start attacking people.
The machines do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like if Y2K was like a real thing and went terribly.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm a sucker for high school movies, or like those kind of coming of age.
It starts like the first half hour is that, and then I would say after that it's that one movie, Maximum Overdrive, where the cars take over.
What is the best coming of age comedy, and why is it
not another teen movie?
Not another teen movie. That's exactly right, Jason.
That is the correct answer, isn't it?
It's The Karate Kid.
That's not a comedy.
It's not?
No.
Funny.
Give him a body bag.
No. A comedy would be like not another
bad.
teen movie, super bad. I mean, the best coming of age movie is probably Stand By Me, isn't it?
Because they saw a dead body. That's not a comedy.
No. I meant like overall. Overall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
E.T.
What was the guy on Twitter once said, dude, I don't know about you guys, but if E.T. showed up when I was that age with my friends, we'd have beat that thing with hammers.
Hey, at different ages, you have different resources and different thoughts.
Like, I think it'd be like, oh, what's wrong with that dog?
Yeah. Okay. Let's give him candy.
You know, M&M's turned down the opportunity to be the official candy in E.T. Reese's, of course, then obviously Reese's Pieces, which launched Reese's Pieces into the stratosphere, and they never forgot.
At least
never looked back.
Did okay. They did all right for themselves.
They did fine.
Yeah.
But what is your thoughts on Mack and Me?
You want to know the honest to God truth? Here's my entire thoughts on Mack and Me. It's an amazing Paul Rudd skit on Conan O'Brien. That's my entire knowledge of Mack and Me.
That scene is all. Is there more to the movie?
Oh my God!
That's all I've seen. Is that
it is. So like, it feels like someone said, "Hey, the product placement in ET was great. What if we did more of that?"
Oh, really? In Mack and Me?
Oh, there's a huge McDonald's scene, and I think he eats Skittles instead of M&Ms.
Okay.
I feel like Mack and Me was a ripoff of E.T. Anyone agree?
Well, hot take.
Let's see. 1988 is when Mack and Me came out. So I didn't know it was that long after E.T., 6 years after E.T. The budget was $13 million. The box office was $6.4 million.
Wow. I heard the actual original title was E.T. and Me, but they couldn't go with it.
Well, I think it's Mack and Me because of McDonald's.
Seriously?
And like, if you watch the like version online that I did, like Ronald McDonald introduces the movie.
Come on.
Like, hey, meet Mack and his family.
Oh, gosh.
Come on. I'm looking at the soundtrack right now, and Jason, the second song on the Mack and Me soundtrack, which, by the way, everybody, just in case you're wondering, this isn't our prep. We did have Mack and Me soundtrack breakdown.
Give me some hints without telling me the song.
Okay.
Do I know the song?
You will 100% not know the song.
Oh.
And that's me even saying it with you, knowing you pull all kinds of songs out of your butt. But but you will, I think, know the artist. Let me, because I can give you 2 hints, and you will 100% know the artist.
Okay.
The first one, I will say, one hit wonder. I want to say it's the late 70s, could be early 80s, and you and I both love this song, but absolute one hit wonder. That could be a lot of things, though, right?
Okay. Yeah, I need more.
Okay. I'm going to try to give it away without giving it blatantly away. This artist may be the most surprising artist in musical history. And we have discussed this very thing multiple times on the program, including, I want to say, about a week or 2 ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So they must do something else. They're not a musician.
No, they're a musician.
Oh.
100% a musician. But the key is maybe the most surprising artist in history. And I'm not doing a play on words. To the point where there are actual YouTube videos dedicated to this artist and how surprising he or she is. Reaction videos. You're going to hate yourself.
I know, but I'm feeling like it's got to be something close to the yacht rock thing. Is it something related
I would
to that?
say I think this would definitely be on a yacht rock soundtrack. On the Sirius XM yacht rock station, 100%.
Late 70s, early 80s, one hit wonder.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll even get you I can get you the exact year, I guess, of this person's one hit wonder. It's a wonderful song. It's 1979. YouTube videos, specifically reaction videos.
Yeah. Bobby Caldwell.
Bobby Caldwell, baby. Bobby Caldwell is the second song.
What? Why is that getting Chris?
Because the movie is so stupid.
We lost him. We lost him.
He has the second song on the soundtrack, Take Me, I'll Follow You, 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
That's not a song.
That he's got to be, his nephew must have been like a producer on this movie or something. Like, how did he get the call?
Well, his one song is a jam.
Of course.
Yeah.
A total jam.
Yeah.
There's another song.
And that is all over Yacht Rock, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I knew you knew it. It was just going to be one of those.
He was did we lose him in 2024?
Yeah, we
2023? Yeah.
And you might remember a song also on the soundtrack, and I believe the times line up, Jason. This may be the most memorable part of Mack and Me.
Oh.
There's another song on the soundtrack, and the times line up. It might have been the debut on this soundtrack.
Okay, again, we're looking at what, 88, you said?
Yeah, yes, 88.
Okay.
Well, 86, 87. Yeah, right in there.
Okay.
You're not going to get this, but you know the song. A little song by a band called Chicago.
Okay.
Will you still love me for the rest of your life?
That's I can't go on.
No, won't let go. That was on the Mack and Me soundtrack.
Wow. Okay. All of a sudden, this is moving up the charts. Mack and Me.
Mack and Me. Maybe that'll be. I wonder what my kids would do if I just threw that on at Christmas.
I think they would hate it. I don't know. This is me saying it without even seeing the movie. Only the Paul Rudd clip. Chris, on a 1 to 10, what is Mack and Me? But not for your funny because it's so bad. Like, what is it? Is it worth anything?
Like, if you like bad movies, it's worth watching.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you this. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, because they cheat because the alien can't be seen, but it's one of those things that they're not going to spend the money to film at night to go hiding and stuff like that. So they dress him up like a teddy bear. So in every scene outside, it's like they just have like this teddy bear. It's like, oh, look at this cool teddy bear. It walks and dances.
Well, guys, I'm doing a deep dive, and surprisingly, the critics were very much in favor of this movie.
No.
Henry Minkiewicz of the Toronto Star said, quote, "It's a common complaint that movies are mass-produced like sausages. Case in point, Mack and Me. The only difference is that this excruciating children's movie is a hamburger right off the conveyor belt. McDonald's, to be exact. If only we could order the one movie to go and hold the schmaltz. But no such luck. The contrivance of the, quote, mysterious alien creature being referred to by the acronym MAC, a seemingly innocuous reference to the McDonald's hamburger called the Big Mac, as well as a dance number featuring mascot Ronald McDonald and the characters wearing McDonald's clothing prompted, by the way, part of our company, Deseret News journalist Chris Hicks, to declare, quote, "I'm not sure I've ever seen a movie that is as crass a 90-minute commercial as Mack and Me. Also observed additional promotions from Coca-Cola and Sears. A McDonald's brand introduced called McKids, which is a line of children's clothing, and criticisms of the awfully irresponsible treatment of a wheelchair-using main character who is placed in potentially dangerous situations before Mac intervenes." That's not funny.
So 2 thumbs up. Wow.
So basically the whole movie is a McDonald's commercial and a wheelchair kid falling off a cliff.
I mean, that's the clip we've seen. I haven't seen the McDonald's part.
If that was the log line, a McDonald's commercial with Ronald McDonald leading children in song, which would spawn a clothing line also inspired by a wheelchair-bound child falling off a cliff, I might actually give it a spin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's your opening segment, everybody. That's why you tune in every day. We have a big show for you guys. The Kings are back.
Yay.
The Niners are back.
Yay.
Sam Amick is back.
Yay.
All of that and more. We got a big, fat, hairy show for you, and it all starts with leading off coming up next.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the capital for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from my good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
We're waiting.
That's perfect. Because part of me was worried we'd get another and another. And another. Well, we can finally move on. The Sacramento Kings are back. The boys are back in town. Thank goodness. And, oftentimes I'll do bits like, oh, the hated Eastern Washington University or whatever you want to call it. This is not a bit against the hated Pelicans. New Orleans Pelicans. 0-6 last year, guys. 0-6. 5 p.m. tip-off from the stupid King Center in New Orleans. Wait, actually, I don't like that. Stupid King. That's not good. How about, yeah, wow. The Kings are playing in the only arena in the NBA named after an opposing team. Did you know that?
I think that's probably factual.
Is there any arena where it's named after the home team? They're all like sponsored, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the only team. It's the only arena with a team name in it. The Kings literally own Smoothie King Center.
Oh, then you could go with Mohegan Sun.
Oh, good. Nope. Wait, who plays the Mohegan Sun?
That's in Connecticut.
Connecticut
That's
Sun.
the WNBA.
No. Yeah, no, I know it's in Connecticut. That's a WNBA team, though, not an NBA team. Interesting. Well, who cares? Hopefully it just turns into a win, guys. We need this win. We need it terribly. The Pelicans are 5-20. They are 4-8 at home. They have no Brandon Ingram. They have no Zion Williamson. They were 3-3 November 2nd. They are now 5-20. If you're wondering, that's a 2-17 mark since they got that win over Indiana on November 2nd. They have lost, let's see, they have won one of their last 11 games. They just wrapped up a 10-game losing streak. They have lost 12 of their last 13. I mean, I don't know what else I have to say. And I swear to God, if Sacramento ends up being a get-right game for them, fire everybody. Fire Monty McNair, fire Mike Brown, fire all the coaches, trade all the players. They can't lose tonight. I mean, they can. Just don't. There are no excuses. No good efforts. No, well, it was a great comebacks. None of that. I want a wire. Look, if we can't get wire to wire, fine, but sort of close to a wire to wire. I want great distribution of score. Actually, I don't care. I don't care if De'Aaron Fox has 100 points and everybody else has 2. I want a double-digit win. You have to win, Jason. You have to win tonight.
That'd be a pretty cool story, though. If Fox went for 100.
That would be actually. I think it honestly probably makes SportsCenter.
Well, they'd probably show Pelicans highlights.
They would probably actually show. They would show highlights with the lower third saying, "How does this affect LeBron's legacy?"
Right. And why will Patrick Mahomes win another Super Bowl? I'm like, wait, what? And how much did Juan Soto get paid? And will Bill Belichick win a national championship? Wait a minute.
And who's going to win the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes? So Kings
and did
tonight.
You see Mack and Me?
Tune in for that right here in your home of the Kings, Sacktown Sports. And I'm calling it a must-win game. A must-win game for the Sacramento Kings. All right. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Last week felt like the playoffs already. So, since that Buffalo game, every week is a playoff game. So it feels like it this week, and hopefully we can take care of business so next week feels the same.
Must-win game.
In about 8 to 9 minutes after the Kings tip-off, the Niners kickoff in Santa Clara, as you're going to have both of these games running almost simultaneously because God hates Sacramento. But let's not talk about that right now. Niners host the Rams, 6-7 San Francisco, 7-6 Los Angeles. The Niners are 4-3 at home. The Rams are 3-3 on the road. And yeah, Jason, in all seriousness, this is a must win for the Niners. We'll talk about it in 3 for Madness. We'll talk about it in 4 Down territory. They gotta win this game.
Yeah, I think that everything we've said about the Niners this week on the short week, and I know we'll talk about it more today, is they kind of get everybody's attention a little bit more if they win tonight. If not, then it's mathematically no, but I mean, making a case for them making it after that is, I mean, that feels like you're just totally wishing and hoping. So today's got to be a win. It's just plain and simple for the 49ers.
Malik Mustafa, the stud rookie, is out. Left tackle, one of the greatest of all time, perennial all-pro Trent Williams, out. Nick Bosa, questionable. Interestingly, Drake Greenlaw, questionable. So he may make his debut tonight. Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, and Jordan Mason out. And Isaac Guerrero will, in fact, face the Rams, although he is listed as questionable. He says he feels good, with Patrick Taylor and Keyshawn Vaughn, and recently added Israel Abanikanda, who I believe was one of the players briefly featured on the Jets Hard Knocks a couple years ago. He has been signed during the week. So, Jason, it's a banged up 49er team, but you know what? The train doesn't stop for cigars at this point of the season. You've got to push on.
Cigars, cigarettes, novelties.
Right.
No,
Nope.
it doesn't stop. Keeps going. That train keeps going.
Keep on going. So, Niners tonight, Kings tonight. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
What many would never have imagined is now happening. Bill Belichick is finalizing a deal to become the next head coach at North Carolina. He now will be affectionately known as Chapel Bill. He is leaving the NFL, where he was victories away from becoming the all-time NFL winningest coach, to go to college, to Chapel Hill, to take on a new challenge where there's NIL money that you know well about. But Bill Belichick is leaving the National Football League. He is entering college football. This will be an entirely new world, a different landscape, but he has given this long, hard consideration. And he and the school have been going back and forth now for well over a week. They've been meeting, talking, and finally have the parameters in place to get Bill Belichick down to Chapel Hill, where he'll be Chapel Bill, and he can begin to implement his program and his pipeline to try to get North Carolina players to the National Football League.
You like Chapel Bill?
I actually do. Can I just be honest? I do. I do like Chapel Bill. The North Carolina fired a 73-year-old coach. They've decided to go youth. Belichick is 72. We'll talk a lot about this because I actually really like this, Jason. I'm kind of excited about it. Bill Belichick doesn't need to coach anymore. He doesn't need the money. He certainly doesn't need the headache. His dad was actually an assistant at North Carolina back in, I think, the 50s. He's sitting on 14 less wins than Don Shula, who holds the all-time record in the NFL. And now he's going to North Carolina, which isn't exactly a historic football school. He's going to North Carolina and really wants to rewrite the whole program. I had held out hope, by the way, with the opening being there, that Sac State would get him. Apparently, he didn't want to win right away. So whatever. Didn't want him anyways. Jason, this is going to get scoffed at. I get it. It's going to get a lot of eye rolls. I actually really like this is an interesting story, and I'm very curious to see how he's going to function in college.
Yeah, I mean, I know we've got more on this a little bit later in the show, obviously, but this is as Adam Schefter said, I mean, it's really unprecedented. We've seen great college coaches earlier in their career or different things, or people go from college to the pro. This is kind of a flip here, and it's one of the greatest coaches ever. And to go to Carolina, which isn't like, it's not ready made for him to be this power, though they've been okay. I am anxious to see what he'll do over his run there in Carolina.
He, again, the oldest coach in the NFL, Mack Brown, was let go by North Carolina. And then North Carolina hires Bill Belichick, who is now the oldest coach in college football. He's actually 3 years older than the second oldest coach, Kirk Ferentz, at Iowa. So, I mean, a 5-year contract for a 72-year-old. I mean, I know we were saying it about Juan Soto's 15-year deal, but that was for a whole different reason. My goodness gracious. So we will Yeah, I totally agree. Good with him. And his girlfriend will fit right in on campus.
Watch it.
I'm just, hey, you think people who say he's bad at recruiting. We'll take a break. When we return, the Kings are back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey, nah, the Kings are back against New Orleans tonight. It's the revenge of all revenge games because they just, let's be honest, they pooped on us last year repeatedly and then smeared it in and then laughed at us while we had poop on our faces. That's what happened. That's what the Pelicans did. I know that's gross. It's early, but sorry, that's what happened last year. Jason, you were there. You saw it.
Gross.
Gross. Will there be a revenge game tonight? You better flip and hope so. We'll talk about it next.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center and wet weather. We've had some rain through the morning. Expect to have some more showers on and off again through the afternoon with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 50s and winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, don't miss year-end savings at Folsom Lake Kia. Hurry in for low payments and zero-down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle. Intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 30th for Monday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers face the Detroit Lions.
20, one block and he's in.
It's the final regular season home game of the campaign and presented by SAP.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Yep, 'tis the season. Hey, if you take pride in your gift giving, here's a great idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift from the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Holiday gift giving is right around the corner, and the good news is that golfers are an easy group to buy for. Every year, someone releases the next best answer to the age-old question, how do I get the ball in the hole in less strokes? The best answers to that question are lessons and a personal club fitting. Now, you don't have to shell out $500 for a new driver. Your golfer will be thrilled to receive less expensive gifts like a golf glove or a woolen cap or rain hat for winter play, or maybe a stocking stuffer like new golf spikes. You can't have enough golf balls, but golfers like to play a certain brand, so check the golf bag for clues. Speaking of bags, a new golf bag is always a treat. Golf lasers and GPS units are among the hottest gifts right now, and a swing trainer is a great idea if you know a fair-weather golfer who won't be seen again until April. Gift certificates always work for play, for lessons, or for anything else your golfer won't purchase for themselves. Check with your local pro shop or PGA professional. They can help you decide the right gift for your golfer. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Hey, it's time to open up your calendar app for some incredible live events coming your way. This is the Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar, bringing you the hottest shows in town. Kick off 2025 with country superstars Dylan Scott and Jackson Dean. They're hitting the stage at Thunder Valley on January 10th for a night of hot country hits. Then on January 11th, laugh until your sides hurt with comedy legend Bill Engvall. He's performing live at Thunder Valley, a show you won't want to miss. And the one and only Justin Timberlake is bringing electrifying energy to the Golden One Center on January 15th. This is your chance to see an icon in action. For a more intimate vibe, catch Bryce Vine at Ace of Spades on January 25th. It'll be an unforgettable night of alternative hip-hop. And finally, looking ahead to February 20th, Old 60 lights up Ace of Spades with their unique blend of rock and soul. Get your tickets now because these shows will sell out fast. For details and updates, visit SacktownSports.com. And stay tuned. This is your ticket to the best live entertainment in the 916, the Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
I can't face the thought of you leaving, so take me along. I swear I'll be strong.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
The things that you know that you made me believe. I want you to take me, 'cause I long to be able to see the things that you see. That whatever you do, I'll follow you.
I don't hate it, Jason.
I think I'm still bothered. Did you spend any time watching the clip that Chris sent us?
Let me see.
It's like 3 minutes. I didn't. Oh my goodness.
No.
Next break, you have to watch that because then that paired with this, woof.
I'm just saying, if that came on like K108 back in the day, I wouldn't have changed it. Like, it sounds like a Toto and Chicago ballad had an illegitimate child.
Yeah.
You know,
was this before or after Channel 13 switched?
Oh, before.
Okay.
I think it was before.
Okay.
Definitely before. Definitely before. Welcome back. Bobby Caldwell bringing us back with his smash hit, We Don't Remember.
Take Me, I'll Follow You.
Were you saying that to me, or is that the song title?
That's the song.
Okay, I didn't know. Guys, let's play a game, shall we? As we get into the Sacramento Kings tonight. Who is favored? And by how much? And by, I don't even remember. So by virtue of a pre-show coin toss, Christopher Ladd, you are first.
Kings by 5.5.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jason Ross.
That was my number. So,
I mean, you can agree.
I'll go Kings 4.5. I'll go less.
Were you either going to go more or less? Was that what you were doing?
Yeah, I didn't want to be the same. Should I have stayed?
The Sacramento Kings. By the way, we do not have a correct answer. And you were both low.
Oh.
Sacramento Kings in New Orleans tonight. Chris said 5.5. The Sacramento Kings are favored. Well, they're favored by 6. So, yeah. I don't know if I've made this clear. If the Sacramento Kings lose tonight, I may just switch teams.
Oh my gosh.
I may just switch teams. What?
This is the one that'll send you over the edge.
They can't lose tonight. They cannot. And I saw Ryan in the chat, and I understand what he's saying, by the way. This is a trap game. The Kings have been hanging out and lounging in New Orleans. Now, that is a legitimate worry, but not
Wait,
in this
honestly, on that, wouldn't the Pelicans be hanging out and lounging in New Orleans?
They're like, but they've built up a tolerance, Jason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Kings got there yesterday, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We were talking to Katie yesterday. They flew out yesterday afternoon. So, yeah, did they have time to maybe go have dinner and maybe go to the gumbo shop? Maybe Doogie Chase's?
Yeah.
Maybe take a walk along the Mississippi.
Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah, Cafe Du Monde. You can wait in a giant line. Maybe go to Central Grocery for a muffaletta, the greatest sandwich in the world. Yeah, maybe.
Yes,
100%. Go to Antoine's, since they're all, I'm sure, rich and foofy. And that's a rich and foofy restaurant. But no, one night is it's whatever. They got to win tonight. That's all I'm saying.
I'm looking at. I was like,
who not lose because I won't let them lose. You understand?
That's right.
I was looking at who they defeated. Their 5 wins: Chicago and Portland early to be 2-0, then Indiana to get to 3-3. They've defeated Denver and Phoenix. Denver, by the way, they're a good team, right? Don't we think of Denver as a good team?
Yeah.
So Denver's lost to New Orleans, and then they just broke, what was that, the Wizards, 15-game losing streak when they beat Denver?
Yeah, I don't know what's
Denver's
going on.
got, if you were Denver, Dave, you'd be having a time losing to the Pelicans and to the Wizards.
I would be, but I would be I would start to freak out, and then I'd put my own ring finger in my mouth and suck on the championship ring like it was a throat lozenge, and then I'd shut myself up. That's what I would do. I'd be like, you know what? I'm telling you right now, if the Kings ever win a championship, I'm cool for a couple years.
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, I want this to happen for a lot of reasons, but almost for that, to see okay, Kings win a title this year. We're all going crazy. We feel like there's equity, but don't you? We're going to go down that road, aren't we? In 2 years when they're kind of like Denver. Denver won one title here, and people think they can keep winning, and they might. They've got a great player, but I'm sure they went nuts losing to New Orleans and to the Wizards this year.
Yeah, because then you have expectations.
Yeah.
And, of course, it would be like, oh, we're just going to sit on. Maybe, you know what, Jason, maybe you're right, because there is something similar. Well, were we like that after they stayed? Were we saying, hey, they suck this year, but at least they stayed? I feel like that lasted a few months.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
And I think everything then was a little bit, it was new, right? It was not only they stayed, but it was new ownership. I think there were, a couple of changes right away too. So everything was kind of felt fresh.
Yeah, it did feel Scott fresh for a while. We were all feeling good. Another reason why this will be interesting is maybe the Kings are going to do a little scouting and I don't know if Monty McNair's on the trip, but I will tell you this: sometime yesterday afternoon, I did try to call him for something, and it went straight to voicemail.
Ooh, what do you read into that?
I think he was on the plane. I think he was on the trip, or he was just flying somewhere at the same time, or he saw my name and was like, no.
Or he's on an elevator.
Or he's on an elevator. Or maybe his phone was in the pool. Maybe he turned it off. Maybe he was in outer space on one of those Amazon flights. Either way, they have an opportunity to scout Herb Jones, who Jason said yesterday would be the perfect pickup for the Kings. Or maybe that was me.
That was probably you.
That was probably me.
Yeah.
There is trade history, Jason, between the Pelicans and the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
As the Kings, obviously, the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Did they trade Marcus Thornton to the Pelicans, or was that the Rockets?
Ooh.
Or was that, where the hell did I thought Marcus Thornton went to the Pelicans for Moses. I don't know. Does that strike a chord with you?
I don't feel like it. I don't know, though. I could be wrong.
No. I mean, either way. Oh, Marcus Thornton. Remember Marcus Thornton?
Yeah. Little buckets.
You know what he's, he went to the Nets. Never mind. You know what he's doing right now, Jason?
I don't.
He's playing for the Eberlein Drive, which is a team that participates in the basketball tournament. He plays with Kenny Bennett, Zachary Hopp, Vinny Vitroni, and Jacob Freeze.
Vinny Vitroni.
Yes, that's what Marcus Thornton's doing right now. Good for him.
Nice.
He made a little money.
Yeah, he did.
He made a little money.
He led the Kings in scoring for a season.
Yes, he did. All right, we'll take a break. We've got obviously a lot more on the Kings tonight when we come back. The Niners are back. It's a short week. They take on the LA Rams in what is the most important game of the season so far. We'll get into that, the ins and the outs, and all that other stuff. We'll get to that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And now that the holidays are here, there is no better time than right now to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is back from now through January 2nd. You may say, Kyle, what is the Holiday Love Celebration? Well, let me tell you. At Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, you can discover exceptional offers on a new Mercedes-Benz, like the 2025 GLC 300 SUV. It's just $559 a month for 36 months. They also have a full lineup of SUVs, vans, electric vehicles, and of course, certified pre-owned vehicles with rates as low as 2.99% APR up to 72 months on select vehicles. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton believes in the true Mercedes car buying experience. So make the short drive down I-5 to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton and see what a true car buying experience is really about. Or of course, you can go online at mbofstockton.com.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Don't you just love this time of year and the holidays when families get together to make memories? Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. From the time I was a youngster, the family table was always filled with a gathering of grandparents, aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters. Those are memories that will live with me forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings Holiday Home Sale going on right now gives you the opportunity to find the perfect holiday gift that will last a lifetime. You'll find unique gifts like gleaming accessories for every room, now 20% off. During Naturewood's Holiday Home Sale, you'll find savings all around the store for every room in your home. Find your perfect bit of Christmas for your home at Naturewood Home Furnishings Holiday Home Sale going on right now. The memories you make with your family will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Wrap Up the Year sales event?
Wrap up our biggest savings of the year with up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram Heavy Duties. Plus, with over 400 new Rams available, including the hard-to-find Heavy Duties, your perfect truck is waiting at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
That is a huge selection of Rams. Probably why Hoblet is the #1 Ram dealer in California.
Not only do we have great deals on new Ram trucks, the Hoblet family dealers is growing with a huge selection of used cars at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. With over 220 vehicles available and over 45 under 20,000.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, nobody beats Hoblet, period. 17,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Ram 2500 tradesmen's after 10,500 factor rebates and 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 3,000 Hoblet inventory coupons while supplies last, 2,000 trade-in assistance on qualifying trades, 500 upfit, 2,000 California commercial business bonus cash. Business ownership and 500 upfit required. 5 is net savings. Sample VIN 357313. See dealer for details.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, as we get to the 49ers here, Jason, a couple things. Number one, the Huddersfield town offices here in New York, they have a giant, tabletop coffee machine, and you can get all kinds of stuff with it. You just press a button, including hot chocolate on command.
Ooh, so have you gone for that?
Oh, dude, I probably average 6 hot chocolates a day. No joke.
Average.
Average.
Wow.
My pee is dark brown. I am a hot chocolate connoisseur. And it's not just the hot chocolate mix and then the hot water. It's also milk. It's top of the line, dude. And all you do is no. Okay, it's not top of the line.
That's still
but
pretty good.
It's instant hot chocolate. And I really wish we'd get a machine. I'm going to take a picture of the machine and see if our big boss will we'll get one for us.
We'll put it by the hot plate.
I'm just saying, dude. Also, speaking of spending money, just 65 miles east of us in Sacramento, there is a 117-acre ranch that is going on sale, owned by the Strange family. So it's called, Strange Ranch. It has a gold-bearing river running through it. It has multiple buildings, including a 3,400 square foot primary residence, a 1,600 square foot farmhouse with workshop and garage so you could do your projects, a rental home, 600 square feet, a giant metal warehouse, and it has a fully modernized pot farm for income. So you get your own part of the river, which has trout in it, apparently, and gold. The whole thing is super excluded from everything. And it's just you could literally you could commute from there, Jason.
Okay. What are we talking price point?
For all that gold, a weed farm, and 180 or whatever acres, a measly $7 million.
Oh, good. I'll take 2.
Right? I want to know what that farm. Hey, man, if you could get some gold and some stuff out of that farm, though, maybe is there $7 million worth of trout, gold, and weed on that farm?
How many acres?
I think it was 180.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's that's a lot of acre.
Yeah.
Sorry, only 117.
Not as interested, but I've always thought I don't know, 5 acres seems like a ton, and that would just be that'd be a good amount. Have your house right in the middle of 5 acres, be kind of nice.
Here's the thing, though. I'm telling you, of the 117 acres, because it's mountainous land.
Oh, yeah. Most of it you don't even know about or do anything with, right?
Yeah, there's probably 80 of it at least that's just hills that are alive with the sound of Griswold. But but even if that was the case, that still leaves 37 acres of usable stuff. You get up in the morning, you go pick your weed, then you go gold panning and trout fishing.
Honestly, I'm not even kidding. It does sound like a deal.
For that's okay. Isn't that weird? That's honestly the first thing I thought. You get 118 acres of California land with a modern weed farm and gold and trout. They also said you could build there's room for a 20 parcel development if you wanted to do that and parcel off some of the land. I mean, it's one of those things where somebody's going to come in, they're going to buy it for $6.5 million. Then they're going to make a bunch of money off of it, build some homes, end up paying for the whole thing. I'm $6.5 million short. So if there's somebody out there that just has that ready to go,
you can go in with Dave.
Yeah, you too, Jason. Let's do this like a side project. We could actually make it the home of the radio show.
Yeah.
Well, if you add me to it, me and you, Dave, then we're only 675,000 short.
See? Wait, you have
750,000.
So you have a little over five.
I'm just adding my debt to you.
Chris, you'd relocate, right? If Jason and I bought this place?
Yeah.
You'd have your own.
Still do the show.
I mean, it's not Fruit Ridge, but you could figure it out.
We could actually just create our own studios from there.
That's what I'm saying. It says there's a metal garage and a warehouse and a farm. We could do it in the farmhouse. Don't isolate that. We could have the show in the farmhouse. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, Niners, guys. Sorry, that's what. Okay. Niners. Short week versus the Rams. Yeah, let's be honest. Jason, when I say it's the most important game of the year, I'm right about that, but also we're going to be saying this every game the rest of the year.
Yeah, because of the position they put them in, including losing to the Rams earlier this year, a game they just absolutely gave away. That's kind of the games I look back are all those division losses that they gave away in the fourth quarter. The Rams, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks, but it started with the Rams game, and they've owned that team, I would say, over the last couple of years, especially in the regular season. So that's one they can't get back, but they can't give another one away tonight. It does feel like the most important game if they win, till next week.
Are we hoping Deebo Samuel fired himself up and he has a big game? I mean, really, that's what I'm looking for. All right, Deebo, you said the thing. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's the best. I mean, he is a good player, so the best thing he could do is come out and have a good game, and everyone's like, yeah, well, whatever happened worked, or he got the ball more, whether that was consciously or just he did better to get open or more creative, whatever it may be. I think if Deebo has a good game, that's going to help the Niners' chances for sure.
Much more on the 49ers. Don't forget, we'll have Greg Papa, the voice of the Niners, on tomorrow. So we usually preview games. We'll do a little post game with Greg Papa in this case. Hopefully a happy edition of the Greg Papa Show. Don't forget, later today, Kelly Brothers will join us. He is, in fact, good at business. He'll join us at 7:28.
Good at business.
Sam Amick at 8 a.m. Coming up next, Kings Notes, including Mike Brown audio from shoot-around yesterday. Also have an update on the NBA Cup and the viewership. We'll do all that next.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the capital for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Shriners Children's Northern California, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-414-4420 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-414-4420 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-414-4420 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and wet weather. We've had some rain through the morning. Expect to have some more showers on and off again through the afternoon, with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 50s and winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, our recipe for happy holidays is to think Happy Honda Days. There's no better time to visit Elk Grove Honda than during our year-end clearance sale in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. I have a question for you.
Have you recently had a tech diagnose your HVAC system and you were surprised at the cost of the repair? We've been there. Or did something seem off about their quote? How are we supposed to know how much this stuff costs? Well, what if there was a place out there that had been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981 that had an A+ with the Better Business Bureau that would come out to your house for free and beat that quote? I say beat that quote because they will. I'm that confident. I don't just endorse them. Don't listen to the droney guy who gets paid to say this. I've used them. My mother-in-law's used them. My father and my mom just got their HVAC system replaced by American Energy Heating and Air. They are fantastic. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Hey, American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle, intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 30th for Monday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers face the Detroit Lions.
20, one block and he's in.
It's the final regular season home game of the campaign and presented by SAP.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
Get year-end pricing during Happy Holidays at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline, Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
It's not your average holiday season. Hold on to your hard hats because starting Monday, December 13th, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is unwrapping the biggest power tool sale Sacramento has ever seen. We're turning up the heat with 12 days of unbeatable prices on all your favorite Makita products and much more. Free batteries with tools, free tools with batteries, and bare tools starting at just $99. Come on down and give us a visit at 6701 Power Inn Road in Sacramento, or shop our Christmas deals online at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, flying by hour number 2. As I say in France, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Chris Verlon. I packed all of Chris's candy this morning. Make sure that didn't happen again. I'm going to get 2 of everything, though, Chris, because I want to give you your candy, but I also want to try them on the air. Okay?
Makes sense.
I think we should have you know what I'm saying? I think we should have like a little taste test on the air.
Definitely. That's exactly what I was thinking.
But then you can but then we're not eating all your candy because that's kind of lame because then all your candy's open. That's dumb. You might want to save some. I don't know. Or I kind of like the idea of Chris going home and just, taking an edible and just waking up with all these wrappers all over his tummy, candy wrappers all over his tummy. That'd be weird.
What makes you think that would happen?
Was what I mean. Just saying, it's the holidays. Enjoy for your fruit pastilles.
That's the one I'm really interested in. I've never had those before.
There's actually multiple flavors I saw.
Oh,
yeah. And hopefully all your Cadbury milk will make it home too, because those things are fire, dude. They're fire. Jason, I'll bring you something.
Okay. You already did. The powdered wig was what I needed.
Nothing else?
No, I'm good. I mean, I'll enjoy taste testing the candy.
What about a big win tonight for your Sacramento Kings?
That I would love.
Mike Brown had a little talkie with the media before they left yesterday. A couple of things we're going to play for you right now. We'll start out with the run they're on currently, and Coach Brown talks about what's changed or what's different during this current run.
Start with me again. I'm continuing to have a comfort level with what I'm going to do rotation-wise, who I'm going to play. I still have some question marks, and maybe I'll have question marks all year. But that and, a pretty good feel of who can do what defensively and a pretty good feel of who can do what offensively. And then I think, for the group, defensively, our three-point defense is something that kind of stands out, and then our continued ability to try to make the game easier for your teammates by touching the paint and spraying it. I don't know what the number is, but I know Jay said we had a season high in sprays this last game, and it's been pretty good throughout this last 4 or 5 game stretch. Even though sometimes we don't make them, but we try to play the right way in terms of getting our teammates good looks.
Spray threes.
That's the phrase of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why. And I know this is the absolute wrong reaction to have. I don't know why, but that every time I hear spray threes, it super annoys me. It really does. I don't know why. I mean, I like the sound effect, but spray threes. You know what? How about you spray them in the basket? Let's just do that.
I think it's worth it for the sound effect, isn't it?
Malik Monk has been starting now for 5 games, and Coach Brown talked about some of the changes that come with Malik Monk starting.
Yeah, there's a span. You always like to have, 2 guys that can go get it off the dribble on the floor at all time, or 2 guys that have done it, throughout their career. We got a lot of guys that could possibly do it, but the confidence level is not quite there yet with them. Like, I think Colby could do it. Devin may be able to do it. I don't know. But having multiple ball handlers on the floor at all the time, they can make the game easier for their teammates. Even if the defense knows what's coming, is what you strive for as a coach. And, starting the league, like I said, it puts a little bit more pressure on our bench, and it puts a little bit more pressure on us at the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, because, that's when Domas, Malik, and DeMar are all off the floor. And so Fox is going to have to be the all-star that he is and make the game easier for his teammates while carrying us, and then we have to defend.
Yeah. I mean, you play your best players.
Yep.
And you let your all-stars carry you, and you hopefully win games.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't feel like there's any going back. Like once this was like the last move, I felt like, for the starters, at least the way the roster is constructed now. And I'm good with it. Like, this 5 for the 5 games has been really good, numerically the best. So I'd like to see a few more games played. And if that continues, I don't want to say the bench doesn't matter, Dave. That wouldn't be the point. But what if they had the lowest scoring bench? That's okay if you have the number 1 starting 5. I mean, you want more? But if your starting 5 is that good, I mean, someone's got to be last in the league in scoring off the bench. As long as it's not just, nothing. But if you're getting enough to help support wins, then I'm okay with that.
I'd far, far, far rather figure out how to supplement my bench than I would trying to fill a starting spot. And I'm not saying bench players don't matter, but
right.
Let's prioritize here. And I don't know, man. And who knows? Look, I saw a statistic yesterday that Keon Ellis leads the NBA in 3-and-D. Like there's an actual metric combining the two to show who the top players are. And he was at the top of the list with some pretty good names on it. And it's a smaller sample size. By the way, I'm not entirely sure that this team isn't better with Keon Ellis in the starting. I'm really not. But I do know if it ain't going to be him, it should be Malik Monk.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't want to. I don't want to crow about it because it's a very, very small sample size. Teams are used to playing the Kings with Malik Monk coming off the bench. That's how they watch film. That's how they defend them. This is a very smart league that is very analytically oriented. I'm hoping this still is working, obviously, 10, 20 games from now, as well as it seemingly worked for the last 5.
Right. And I think that's the thing. We got to wait to build up the larger resume. But I think the first 5 has been encouraging. So now you just see if it can just keep going. And really, after today, we said there's a bunch of games coming up at home.
Yep.
That's been a trouble spot in the past. So they can check off a few boxes if they get rolling here as far as home court production and longevity with this starting 5 group.
Do you think there's any chance that Coach Brown got overruled in Malik Monk starting? Am I reading too much into that?
What do you mean over?
Well, he's just done you said it yesterday. He started everybody but Malik Monk, and despite Malik Monk coming back, saying he wanted to start, DeMontis Sabonis saying it's about time. I don't want to read anything into anything, but it makes you wonder if there's a conversation somewhere.
Yeah, I believe that came from somewhere else. That's my opinion. I mean, without facts behind that, I think that did come from somewhere else, personally.
Chris Guerrero actually asked, I think, the first good question he's ever asked. I'm going to address it because I wanted to see if somebody would ask it, and I'm going to stand in front of Jason here. About a month ago, I don't know how, but somebody switched the media player on the computer that we use to play sound clips. So if you're noticing a delay between when I throw to a clip and when it starts playing, it's not because Jason was distracted by something on television. It's because the player takes its own sweet ass time to play the clip, and you kind of have to try to time it.
Yeah.
But also it doesn't take the same amount of time each time. So you kind of have to guess and hope. So here we are.
There are some workarounds, and I've got the workaround ready. If you want to toss to the next clip,
really,
I think I'm about as ready as can be.
Mike Brown on the Pelicans.
They're the next guys in front of us, and no matter who's available to play, we need to go play the right way. And at the end of the game, we can look ourselves in the mirror, whether we win or lose, hopefully we win, but you say we left it out on the floor the right way, then we got to live with the consequences, whatever they may be, and get ready for the next one. So, I mean, again, I don't know too much about their problems if they're having any, but we just got to lock in on us.
How about that?
Lock in. That was great, Jason. I thought I'd surprise you.
You did really try to sneak one in.
I did. Hey, now. Oh!
So I know there's one more. I'll be ready whenever you're ready.
This is Coach Brown, and he's talking, about the whole 5-game breakdown. You take each part of the season in groups of 5. And so right here, Jason's going to play the team breaking down their previous 5. And Coach Mike Brown right now talks about it right now.
Try to break the season down into a 5-game mini series, and you'd like to go at minimum 3-2 or each 5-game series. Hopefully you can go 4-1 or 5-0 every once in a while, but we try to give them 3 things offensively, 3 things defensively of why we kind of finished where we did, with with also having where we are in those same areas on the season. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so we do that every 5 games, and it's something that we've done since we've been here.
Okay. Well, I hope the next 5 are better than the last 5, but even as good as the last 5. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
One last note. I know we got a break here. We were talking about the NBA Cup. NBA Cup viewership is down 10% year on year. It's part of a bigger drop the NBA is experiencing. ESPN viewership down 28%. 2024 playoff viewership was down 12%. And I think part of the problem, Jason, too, is half the league's fans, they can't watch their teams play without buying packages outside of basic cable, and that's obviously hurting them. But the revenue, all-time record, the profits, the valuation, teams overall just keep going up and up. As a matter of fact, different sport, but Jeffrey Lurie of the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday got I think he sold a 10% ownership in the Eagles for to family investors. It was what it said. So whatever. And yeah, the valuation of the Eagles was set at, and this is to family investors. The valuation was set at $7.8 billion.
Wow,
it's
stupid.
Family discount.
I mean, imagine doing that. Imagine buying, $700 million or whatever, in which, by the way, would have bought the Kings with $200 million left over 10 years ago. You spend $700 million to buy 10% of the Eagles, and you get absolutely no say in anything that happens. They just hold your money.
I'd at least ask if I could call a play.
Yeah, or you know what, guys? There's a weed ranch in California, much cheaper.
Much cheaper.
We'll take a break.
With gold.
There's gold in them Thar hills. Quick 30-second break. Jason's going to give you a word from our friends at Gonzalez Law. When we come back, 3 for Madness, Niners, Bill Belichick, and more. And then we get to sports business with Kelly Brothers. We'll do all that coming up right after this.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Shriners Children's Northern California, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Hey, don't be afraid of your past this upcoming holiday season, as an expungement can help you out. It can help you get a job. It can also help you get your constitutional rights back with that expungement. And right now, Gonzalez Law is offering discounts on expungements right now through Christmas. Check out the website, saclegaldefense.com, phone number 916-304-9187. And expungements can really help you out. If there's something from your past that's still hanging around with you, something maybe a mistake you made when you were younger and it's keeping you from doing some of the things you would like to do, well, inquire about an expungement. Also, maybe you need some other form of representation from an auto accident, a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case. Lots of different things are going on out there where you feel like, I don't know what to do. Could some representation help me? Well, sure. Call, inquire, find out, look up Jonathan Gonzalez and his law offices right in the heart of downtown Sacramento. He is here to help. He's helped many cases and many clients before and wants to do the same for you. He is someone you can trust, someone who's willing to go to bat for you in whatever situation you may need that help. Again, saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187. That's saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, sports business with Kelly Brothers coming up in just minutes. Don't forget Sam Amick I'll probably get a business as well. He'll join us at 8 a.m. We'll go around the NBA.
I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. In the meantime, 3 for Madness. Chris Verlog, question 1.
In your opinion, do the Niners have to win to make the playoffs?
I think so. I do. And that's me assuming that they will lose at home to the Detroit Lions. Unless everything worked out absolutely perfectly, I don't think they can lose 2 more the rest of the year, which would put them at 9-8. I don't think 9-8 gets you in. I think 10-7 probably does. Yeah, and they're at home against the Rams. I'm not saying anything bad about the Rams. They've been playing better. They've got Cooper Kupp. They have Puka Nacua. They have Kyron Williams, and obviously they have Matt Stafford. There's some good players on this team. And Jason's wearing his Rams colors today, which I appreciate. Look, they got to win the game tonight. The crowd will be pumped up. I think everybody understands the stakes here. So, I'm going to say it's a must-win for San Francisco.
Yeah, again, there are probably some metrics that there's a way, but why mess with that, Dave? If you lose to the Rams, you're now lost that tiebreaker. You'd be 0-2 against them. They'd get to 8 wins. You'd still be stuck at 6. You got to get to 7-7. You got to drop them to 7-7. You'd have split the season series. Then you could possibly be in a 3-way tie for second if Arizona wins this week. If not, that helps the 49ers. So now you've moved ahead of them. And then you get your eyes on Seattle. And, you've split with them already. You hope you get some help down the line. But the map becomes a little more clear if they win today. If not, it's mathematically they're not out. But, yeah, it's just easier. And they have to play it this way, that this is a must-win. They've got to win tonight.
Well, and not to derail the train here, but in our YouTube chat, which you're welcome to join, AB says, quote, the Niners are getting cooked tonight. Now, that being said, AB is also the same guy that thought the Raiders have 8 or more wins. Remember when he
in one season?
In one season, he thought the Raiders were going to have 8 or more wins.
Was it this season?
I think we said it was supposed to be this season. I think that was part of it.
Well, not going to happen.
No, so far they have 2.
Well, they were 2-2 though. Remember that? That was good times after they beat Baltimore.
I mean, they were
tracking.
They were tracking.
Now they're off track.
Yeah, So AB is way in.
Cooked.
It's like it's all right. Number 2, please. Second down.
Question 2.
Both Trent Williams and Melik Mustafa are out tonight. Are the Niners screwed?
Cooked.
Are the Niners cooked? That certainly doesn't help, man. It certainly doesn't help when you've got the best offensive lineman perhaps in the game, and you've got Thank you. All right, I had a delivery here. The best offensive lineman perhaps in the game, certainly Brock Purdy's security blanket. Malik Mustafa, look, that's not going to win or lose them the game, but God, I love this kid. He's one of my favorite parts of the season. You probably won't have Bosa. Even if you get Greenlaw, they're going to be very careful with him. And this is obviously not, we haven't even gotten to the running backs.
Right.
Or the wide receiver that's out for the year. This is not a great situation injury-wise. They have enough talent to win, Jason, but they're going to have to play their best.
Yeah, and your running back part you brought up. Obviously, we know McCaffrey's out, but and Mason's out. Garendo is playing, but I mean, I think there's some concern there too. So they've got a lot of question marks. This could be one of those gritty, gutty performances. But I thought they were really good last week against the Bears. And that had not been the 49ers lately. So at least the last offering, the last thing we've seen them do, the last game, that was impressive. And if you want to go, it's just the Bears, that's fine. I mean, but the Niners didn't have many more wins than them, and that was close to a complete performance. They were really good last week.
Well, or they might get cooked, Jason.
That's also an option.
Third down, please.
Question 3.
How will Bill Belichick do with North Carolina?
You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain here, guys. I actually think he's gonna do really well. I don't know if he's gonna win any national championships or how soon he would win national championships. North Carolina is not historically a good football team. They have had their years where they've had a couple years, in the last 10, 15 where they'll be pretty good regular season wise. They'll play in a bowl game. I think the idea of Bill Belichick, the second winningest coach of all time, going into different living rooms and recruiting players. I think the fact that he is openly talking about courting sponsorships, getting NIL money through the roof, and buying a lot of these players, I think it's going to be a combination of he's going to have a lot of money to buy players with. The players that aren't worth a lot of NIL or right on the fence, he's gonna win those by recruiting them. And then his whole pitch to these kids is, hey, we're going to pay you. And oh, by the way, we have so many NFL connections. You're going to have all the GMs watching you. They're going to be coming into the NFL as a Bill Belichick coached player. They're going to be on TV a ton because everybody's going to want to see how North Carolina does. I mean, you just look across the board at what Bill Belichick brings to the table for a program like North Carolina, and it's either amazing or awesome or excellent. I don't know ultimately how he's going to do in college, but I believe he's a good coach. I believe he can coach in college if he can coach in the NFL. And oh, by the way, lastly, Jason, Bill Belichick was able to call out, get in the face of, and run over a lot of huge, very rich egos in the NFL and make them work together as a team. And most players love playing for him. Imagine him going up to 18, 19, 20-year-old kids in which he can seriously affect negatively their future in football. I think he's going to own the situation. I actually think he's going to be a lot better than some people think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm looking back at North Carolina, 6 wins this year. They had 8 the year before that, 9 the year before that. So it's been a program that's been doing some winning, getting to bowl games. But, the timing too, Dave, for him in the ACC might be pretty good. Your team, that's been one of the crown teams of the conference, Florida State's down this year after an undefeated year. You do have 2 teams that made the top 12, I guess, and SMU, which kind of came out of nowhere, and Clemson, but it doesn't feel like Clemson's been that dominant team the last couple of years. So, it's a remade division too. Like, can they come in and be better than like the Boston colleges and those type? I think so. And then he just keeps getting better and better. I think the name power is a big thing for college. If he gets that NAL support and some of those other things, we know he can coach. That's never going to be the question. It's just who he hires, who he brings with him, and can he get enough stuff there to give him the best chance to succeed? And I think he will.
4th down.
What?
Fourth down for 3 for madness?
Third, number 3. 4th down.
We just did that.
You okay?
think I'm having a stroke. We'll
Suck Mack and Me.
We'll take a break. When we come back,
let's go streaking. Who's hot?
We'll get a word from Kelly Brothers on some sports business about overhead and all that and more. Kelly Brothers, I think, coming up right after this.
The only place you'll find Kevin Herter is Sacktown Sports.
Herter's open, steps into three. He's got the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Well, we have entered that holiday season, and this is now truly a time for all of us. I hope everybody takes a moment to realize what you should be thankful for what you have, for the abilities that you have, and grateful for who we have in our lives. And right now, we all have someone in our life that we have access to. That's the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, and they are truly appreciative of you as their current customers. And those current customers are longtime customers because they've been in this area for a long time doing amazing work, or they can have brand new customer like me. I'm a brand new customer and I'm with them for good. Now I'm committed to them because I know a good thing when I see it. And right now, the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento wants to show you their support to you, for me, for all of us, because their appreciation, they want to show you how thankful they are and offer you $25 off your annual garage door service. Now that includes garage door service and repair, like a garage door spring replacement, maybe new rollers, cable repair, hinges, or just general service. And as I said, third generation family owned company that has been serving our area for over 70 years. Now that's residential. That's also commercial, whether it's new doors or repairs to existing doors, they are here to help. And with quick and easy installs, friendly professionals, you'll get the best return on investment for homeowners. You can go to the showroom. It's on Franklin Boulevard in Sacramento and see for yourself. Check out their website at ohdsac.com and check out their wide variety and selection, and give them a call at 916-421-3747. The Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and wet weather. We've had some rain through the morning. Expect to have some more showers on and off again through the afternoon, with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 50s and winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
When it's cold and rainy outside, Bonnie is leading the way home. Right now, stay warm and cozy with a full furnace tune-up, just $59. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Schedule an appointment today at Bonnie.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. The winter months bring joy, but also with more rain and snow, unfortunately, more accidents. Over the last quarter century, thousands of Northern California residents have looked to Ashton & Price to be their root op with a law license to guide them through the storm of an injury claim. As always, we wish you and your family the safest and happiest of holidays. But if you need us, at Ashton & Price, we're here for you. So whether you've been naughty or nice, happiest holidays from Ashton & Price.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one, and if you want to save on a new Ford, you got to drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Welcome back, as he does when he's not traipsing around the country. Kelly Brothers joins us to make us just a bit smarter each and every Wednesday or Thursday. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, both of you.
We got a lot.
I don't. I still get excited when I wake up and I see, hey, tonight you got the Niners, Rams, and you got a Kings game on. That's a good night with the rain coming down in Sacramento. A really good night.
Yes.
And at the same time, too, could one of them delay so we don't have to watch them both at the same time? My goodness.
I know. That is hard. I mean, it's hard on the thumb, Dave. No doubt about it.
In order to, you got to appreciate a guy who's willing to make sacrifices for his relationship, and in an attempt to have more in common with his girlfriend, Bill Belichick has decided to become a college football coach.
It was an interesting decision. It is to think that he's giving up on the NFL. 14 wins behind Don Shula for most ever, I think. I mean, that's got to tell me that either A, he's really sick of pro football, B, he has no chance of getting a pro job again, or C, he's 72 years old, just decided, I'm just going to take the job that's offered and be very happy to get back into coaching. So, and reading up on it a little bit, by the way, one of my former classmate of mine is the athletic director at North Carolina, who is hiring him. I have not had a chance to check in with him yet, but and the funny thing is, the college game is more like the pro game than it ever has been. His first hire was a GM, a job that didn't exist in the college ranks a year ago, and now everyone needs a GM to handle personnel, NIL, how that all works. So, I wanted to bring up too, I don't know if you guys saw Mark Lasry's comments. He was the guy who used to own the Bucks. Yeah. He believes colleges will sell pieces of their teams to private equity or to other investors, which is amazing because now you're really flirting with the tax exempt status of a lot of these universities. You're really starting to give Congress a reason to go in and say, nah, you guys there's too much money involved here. We want to cut.
Kelly, when the rumor first started with Belichick and North Carolina, I thought, okay, this feels like a leverage ploy. Hey, NFL, look, I've got a wandering eye. Whoever's really interested in me, make your pitch now. But I kind of wonder, one of the things you said at the beginning, if maybe for Belichick, it's that frustration with the NFL a little bit. And I don't know if he would have had a coach, GM type role that he had in New England. But here at North Carolina, it's his show. I mean, he's going to basically have every run of operation there. And to me, that may be why he's taking it. Why do you think he's ultimately making this jump?
Yeah, I think it's because he gets back to coach. And he did not want to sit out another year. And I think he's just one of those guys who has to coach. He hung out. I think his son is on the staff at University of Washington, I believe, and he hung out a lot there. But he coaches coach. And if there was not going to be an opening for him in the NFL, why not look at this? He likes the college game. He has some history with the college game. And I think he's getting $50 million for 5 years, which is not a bad option. And maybe he can bring North Carolina up to new heights. But you're right. He will be the king. He will be in charge. It'll be his way or the highway. And not many college coaches have, how many Super Bowls did he win? I can't remember the eventual number, but
6,
7 Super Bowl winning coach running their program. So good for North Carolina for taking a chance. I mean, they took a chance on Mac Brown, and actually he worked out pretty well.
$50 million for 5 years. That number makes me think. I'm not trying to criticize him, but which would be better, the players they're going to get for $50 million or Bill Belichick for the Sac State program? Why don't they just take all that NIL money and throw it at Bill?
You're right, and then get Guys, it is fun to watch Cam Scatterbo blow up. I mean,
oh my goodness.
To sit there and see and to think that he came from Rio Linda to Sac State, and now Nick Saban is saying he's my favorite player in college football. That's a great path. It really is.
Yeah. You know, it's funny too, just to tie Saban into Belichick, because I know they're apparently pretty good buddies. And one of the reasons I think Saban got out because he was getting a little frustrated with this NIL path and just aware where it was going. But his buddy Bill Belichick's now jumping in at this time. That's kind of an ironic twist there with those two.
Yeah, no, I know. There's a lot of history there with a lot of these icons in football, no doubt about it. Also this week, guys, we had the Eagles sell a chunk of their team, I think about 10, 11%, valued at $8.3 billion. Lurie, Mr. Lurie, bought this team in '94 for $185 million, and he took out a big loan to do it. Now it's worth over $8 billion, and he retains, I don't know, somewhere north of 80% of the team. He retains majority control anyway. So we're seeing a little money coming off the table, maybe a little estate planning as well. But once these teams hit valuations like that, why not take? I mean, he has taken his original investment off the table 10 times, and he still owns a significant percentage of an $8 billion enterprise. Amazing value creation in the NFL.
So I'd mentioned that in the last segment, Kelly, and I got the number wrong. I said it was 700 something or 7 point something. It's 8 point something.
8.3. Yeah.
And this was for apparently family investors. So that's your friends and family cut right there. And you're the money guy. You're the investment guy. So this is actually really perfect. Explain to me, Kelly, I'm coming to you. I want to buy 10% of the Eagles at that valuation. I've got this $700 million lying around. Now, on the surface, I'm putting $600 or $700 million into a team in which I get nothing out of. I don't get to call plays. I don't get to make decisions. I get to go to board meetings and listen to presentations. And oh, by the way, if the Eagles decide to build Eagle Land, I'm going to get a capital call at some point where I'm going to have to write another check, or I'm going to lose a portion of my ownership. So, is there any reason you can give us other than, hey, we have $700 million in the couch cushions and we need to park it somewhere and watch it increase? I mean, is there any reason other than like investing in Apple or Microsoft or Facebook why somebody would do this?
Ego? Is that ego knocking on the door? Yeah, I mean, you get to own a piece of a football team. Dave, a few things. First of all, it was valued at, the valuation was $8.3 billion. And if he buys 10%, there's probably a significant discount on that. So they will discount that amount. It's not like if he buys 10% that's $830 million. They will discount it because you're right. He has no control and he has no liquidity.
Right.
So they will discount it. This is a way for Jeffrey Lurie to take a little money kind of off the table, or maybe do some gifting or whatever else he wants to do. But no, they get no say in this. Maybe, just maybe, he might get some sort of a clause in there that says if Lurie ever decides to sell more, he has first right of refusal on those shares. But I don't know if that's the case or not. And then you have, because most of these teams you're right, they're not making a dime, they're not making distributions, they're just reinvesting. And then you have the Giants, who are making a ton of money and kicking out money to ownership and not spending on free agency, which really teed off their fans. So, there's a few different ways to run things. But, you talk to any of the minority owners of the Kings, they are minority owners, and their rights are few and far between.
Kelly, one other sports news that kind of ties into business from earlier or yesterday, I think it was the official announcement in 2034 World Cup, Saudi Arabia. There was some controversy there, maybe only one bid. Just kind of what's the business angle on that one?
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. I mean, there will be obviously protests about that, and there'll be talk about human rights and all that, which is fine. But it is amazing to me the amount of money that some of the venues in our country are putting into their venues in preparation for the 2026 World Cup. And of course, Levi Stadium will be one of the host cities. Remember, 2026 is Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. In 2030, it's Spain, Portugal, and Morocco, which I think would be a really cool World Cup. And then you got everything in Saudi Arabia. And I'm just interested they're going back because when they did it was it Qatar? I think it was in Qatar.
Yeah.
There were mixed, and Dave, you'd know better than me, but the reviews coming out of that were somewhat mixed. But, boy, when people are willing to write checks, like the Saudis are willing to write checks, and we've seen that in other realms of the world as well, that goes a long way, whether or not people are going to travel to Saudi Arabia or not.
We were actually we were playing a game yesterday. We were trying to come up with a Mount Corruptmore in sports, and FIFA and the IOC, the Olympic Committee, are kind of tied with each other. So they're both on Mount Corruptmore. The Jose Suleiman formed WBC in boxing. That's always been corrupt, and we're working on a fourth. Lastly, I read a story this morning out of the Bee. I think it's a 118-acre farm, 65 miles east of Sacramento. I think I said it was $7.2 million or something like that. It's got a river that goes through it with trout and gold, and it has a fully modernized weed farm on it as well. People, I will put $500 in. I know Jason will match it. And we could pick weed, pan for gold, and go fishing. Also, it has a 1,600 square foot farmhouse there, so we could relocate our show headquarters. Maybe we can have an off-air conversation about going in on this thing.
I'm in.
Yes.
I'm ready to. This could be our North Carolina moment where we just move out and
that's right.
And we are gone. And I'd be down with that. No, guys, it's interesting times because the economy is doing well, and at the same time, you have the most distinctive building in Sacramento skyline just sold for 25% of what it sold for 8 years ago.
Wow.
The Renaissance Tower, Ethan Conrad picked it up for $21 million. There are homes in Tiburon that go for $21 million regularly. And to think that this skyscraper office building is going for $21 million speaks to kind of the destruction of value, which has come about because of the digitization of work, but also because of the way, I hate to say it, our government handled COVID and protests and homelessness, and downtown just isn't a place people need to be as much anymore. And it's too bad, but that was a shocking number to see that building closed at $21 million this week. So
the home of my first paid radio gig, the now defunct Quad 106.5.
Wow,
the
that's
25th
memories.
Yep, 25th floor of the Renaissance Tower. I worked many an overnight there by myself. May or may not have had unauthorized guests in there many times.
Oh, you didn't start on KROY or KNDE? No, you didn't
Nope.
start there?
Nope.
Okay.
Got my first paid gig. I was an intern at KHTK. First paid gig was Quad, and then I wasn't good enough for Quad, so KHTK hired me, and here we are. So that's it.
End of story until we move to the Weed Farm Ranch.
Yes.
That's right. That's Kelly Brothers. He's good at business, perhaps good at farming. We'll find out. Kelly, take care. We'll take a break. When we come back, Bill Belichick gets back to football with North Carolina, and let's talk about the legacy there. Also, before we get to that, though, guys, I have a Saquon Barkley stats. I brought a bit of this up before earlier in the season. I have an update on it that will blow your mind. But my favorite stat, it's kind of a stat of the day, is about Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars and a college football quarterback. Trust me, this is pretty insane. We'll get to it next.
Tonight, Kings and Pelicans. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up! And call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Do you need a new health insurance plan? Now is the time to get one. Literally. If you want Affordable Care Act coverage that starts January 1st, just make sure you apply by December 15th. But don't stress, Health Markets can help. At healthmarkets.com, you can look for available plans or find a licensed insurance agent. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply for your plan. Start the new year off with a plan that fits your needs and budget by visiting healthmarkets.com. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle, intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 30th for Monday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers face the Detroit Lions.
20, one block and he's in.
It's the final regular season home game of the campaign and presented by SAP.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, the Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Wrap Up the Year sales event?
Well, you have a choice to make. Save up to $17,000 off MSRP on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. Or save thousands with 0% financing for 72 months. It's savings your way at Hoblet. Not to mention all the savings at the pump with 56 MPGE.
Those are some really nice Jeeps, and you can't beat that mileage.
The Hoblet family dealers is growing with a huge selection of used cars at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. With over 220 vehicles available and over 45 under 20,000.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, nobody beats Hoblet, period. $17,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE models after $12,250 factory and federal rebates and $4,750 dealer discounts. Rebates include $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders, $3,750 federal EV tax credit. Consult a tax professional for details. 0% for 72 months available in place of $7,500 consumer cash. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. $1,389 per thousand borrowed. 5% set savings. Sample VIN 681180. See dealer for details.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Ba, 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 ba. Yep, 'tis the season. Hey, if you take pride in your gift giving, here's a great idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so Arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift from the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Okay. Well, Jason, we got Kelly Brothers on board.
Yeah.
I like this so far.
He's my piece.
Business. What if we let's ask Sam?
Oh, I think he'd be in.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Pumping the Pole Weed Farm with Sam Amick.
Dave Richard, Greg Papa.
Oh, Papa definitely be all over it.
Matt Barrows, like all of our guests. Then we could just have him in studio live. Sean Salisbury.
Ooh, let's get Katie because she could do all the like refurbishing and like farming.
She would do like all of it.
Yeah,
she would. She would.
It's like we probably wouldn't ever get her on the show because she would be busy on the acreage.
She has farm experience.
Yes.
Tom Morton just texted me, our friend over at Hagen Oaks Golf Course. He's in, and let me tell you something. With 118 acres, I gotta think there's room for a driving range
for sure, or a couple of like a couple of holes. We could just he could design.
Oh my goodness,
that's perfect for him because I think most golf professionals love grass, right?
Yes, we could get a couple of holes together. Absolutely. Wait, what? Here's a stat for you. Ready? Well, even if you're not ready, I'm going to give you one. Saquon Barkley has been tackled at the 1 yard line 11 times this season. The 1 yard line 11 times this season. Of those 11 times that he has been tackled at the 1 yard line, he has ended up converting those for a grand total of 0 touchdowns. 10 of them became a Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown, which obviously we're talking tush push there. See, Saquon Barkley not only has 1,600 yards with 4 games left, but he has 13 touchdowns, 11 rushing, 2 receiving. Let's just give him 5 of those touchdowns. We're talking 18 touchdowns on top of him chasing this record, which he probably won't get. And if he does, he's not going to break it in 16, I'm sure. But that just kind of underlines how amazing he is. And also, I don't know, man, if I'm his agent, I probably am saying something.
What, to the team? Like give my guy the ball some more. Like he got you there and you're not going to reward him?
Yeah, I'm talking to the coach. I'm going, look, man, when it comes down to when it comes down to contracts and money and all that stuff, that's a big deal. People look at stuff like that, and you just got to hope they're going to be able to explain in the negotiations. Well, yeah, he should have had a lot more touchdowns, but my goodness gracious. A lot.
I mean, that's an amazing stat. The amount of time that many times and to not get rewarded that many times as well is crazy.
Are you familiar with the University of Utah quarterback Cam Rising?
I am. Always heard.
Yeah, a little bit. So I have an interesting stat about Cam. Cam started at the University of Texas. He then transferred to the University of Utah, where he is currently the quarterback. Cam Rising has received so many extensions in college. He went to high school the same year Trevor Lawrence went to high school.
Wow.
And Rising still has another year of eligibility after this one. Trevor Lawrence has been in the NFL for 4 seasons, and next year could consider. Now it sounds like Cam Rising's leaving college. I don't know why he is. Whatever. Trevor Lawrence is going to be entering his 5th year in the NFL next year. Cam Rising could still be the Utah quarterback, and they both were class of 2017 in high school. Isn't that crazy?
That's totally crazy. And I know that, when people talk about their college career, like he's made a career out of being a college quarterback.
Seriously. I thought it was crazy when Chris Weinke won a national championship with Florida State at like 40, but that's because he went to, honestly, he was like 26 or something, but
right.
He went to college. He just started late.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, these college rules, I don't know if I hate him or not. I mean, look, if you're hurt, fine.
Well, the COVID year did people got an extra. There was just a bunch of things that he he kind of got all of the possible extensions, like you said, but that's just crazy.
Real quick, because we got to get to Sam. Belichick's going to North Carolina. I just wanted to put a cherry on top of that conversation. Does Bill Belichick need to cement his legacy? Is that a thing?
No.
I
mean, he adds on to it, right? Would I think be, I wouldn't say the only thing. I mean, I think if he goes there and is like an epic failure, it'll do some damage, but it won't. I mean, he's still going to be considered one of the greatest coaches of all time, right?
Yeah, I'm being devil's advocate here. Is there a thing where it's like, well, you couldn't do anything before or after Tom Brady?
There's some of that for some people, sure. But I mean, I think in the end, if you're the second winningest coach who won that many Super Bowls, I mean, could Shula and everyone else did not do it without their star play? You know, I think you need all of it.
We'll take a break. Well, we need all of Sam Amick of The Athletic. He will join us next. We'll yell at him about the front office rankings that The Athletic put out because it's completely his fault. And we'll get into Kings rumors and more. You never want to miss it. Must listen radio. Sam Amick joins us next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, layoffs on the line. Golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up, it's golf.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at tryethos.com. That's tryethos.com.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, layoffs on the line. Golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up, it's golf.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Fedorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center and wet weather. We've had some rain through the morning. Expect to have some more showers on and off again through the afternoon with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 50s and winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, our recipe for happy holidays is to think happy Honda days. There's no better time to visit Elk Grove Honda than during our year-end clearance sale in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Looks like you made the ice list this year.
Santa, don't you mean the nice list?
No, ice, because Prestigio Jewelers carries all the ice you need.
For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Make this Christmas season unforgettable. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, welcome back. Second half of a Thursday program for you. 4 Down Territory coming up in just under a half an hour, but right now, let's get right to it. It's vehicle cam. You know, I'm good with it because the thing that's great about Sam is not only is he a nationally renowned reporter, if there was a Mount Rushmore of connected NBA reporters, he would certainly be on that list.
Yep.
And yet he still makes time to join us via nostril cam every Thursday when he's in the middle of being a dad. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning. If you have, a nanny you can send my way or a driver, we can fix this issue. But I'll be home in about 30 seconds. Sorry for the Tesla cam.
We flexaroni. We actually have a quick question for you. Jason and I have decided, along with Chris, there is a 118-acre parcel of land that includes a 3,600-foot house, a big farmhouse, a garage with all kinds of stuff you can do projects in. It's got a river that runs through the property that has trout and gold, and it has a huge, modernized, ready-for-profit weed farm on it. It's 65 miles east of Sacramento. It's going for, I think it's $7, $8, $9 million. Sam's or Jason's in, Chris is in, I'm in. Kelly Brothers, who was on just before you, he's in. We're just going to go through all the way till Friday when we get Greg Papa on. And what do you think? I mean, you got kid in college, another kid on the way in college. You're always looking for. You're good with your money. You're looking for investments. What do you say?
No, I like it. I mean, you got to, give me a rough number at some point. We'll connect off the air. I like fishing. I like land. I don't know how much I like all of you that much.
Good. Wow. Wow. Well, I can give you a rough number right now. I think let's say it's. I don't know what. I can't remember what it was. Let's say it's $9 million.
I think it was almost like 7 though. We remember how great of a deal. Yeah.
Let's call it $7 million. So we'll split it equally. And your share would be about 6.95 million, and we'll cover the rest of it. But we'll split everything equally.
I was never very good at math, but I feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick there.
No, he said equally.
Yeah.
Equally. We'll do all that work equally, and you've got that athletic money. We can't compete with that.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right.
I like it.
All right. Well,
you're trying to put me out to pasture. I think we're too young to be talking about the next phase. What's happening here?
Let me get into the real talk here with a very we'll smooth our way into the interview. We'll give you an easy one since you're still driving. Who are the Kings going to trade for?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay. Wow. So, print that.
You heard it here first. I mean, well, interesting. We're still fairly early in the trade deadline, season. the Jimmy Butler stuff this week is nothing really unexpected has happened yet. You can forecast these things. And I guess I'm going to start with the bigger names. It's when Jimmy didn't get an extension done with the Heat and, went into his last year before free agency, then barring some sort of gangbusters Heat start where they were leading the Eastern Conference, you could have seen this coming. That's going to be front and center. The Pelicans have a disaster, obviously, with some of their guys. So I don't know the answer to your question on the Kings. I do think, and their decision makers are not a monolith, if that makes sense. So I don't know across the board how they might see it, but recently I've been, I guess the feedback that I've gotten that I thought was fascinating was that there's still a fairly high level of confidence in this core that they have, which at least for now lends me to believe that, the discussions are probably more focused on, improving around the edges more than they are adding a high profile piece.
Sam, as we're talking with Sam Amick from The Athletic, brought to you by our friends at Jiffy Lube. Sam, you brought up Jimmy, and I know he's not really connected to the Kings, but I mean, his name is out there. LeBron's name is kind of being thrown out a little bit. How serious would those talks be with someone like, well, Jimmy, I guess you gave some hints to there that could be something, but even LeBron's name being mentioned, how out there is that?
I mean, for now it's fairly out there, but again, the stuff.
Sam's still connected to
the Warriors. Rather came after him last year or during the summer or deadline. I'm sorry, I'm with y'all. And they, showed the interest, and LeBron and his camp turned it down. And so now the Warriors, still need a guy like that. The Warriors still need to surround Steph Curry with talent, and they haven't solved their problem, so they might revisit it. So then you have to kind of assess where are the Lakers at. And the truth is they're not really any better off than they were back then either. So to me, it feels like a Warriors or bust situation. And you're going to have to wait to see what both teams look like at that time. The thing with him that there's so many obstacles. Like, first of all, he loves living in LA. He's got such an incredible ecosystem around him, from his production company to his family's lifestyle to, oh, by the way, his son is on the team. All that stuff comes into play. But, I do think it's worth monitoring.
Do you, and this is such an unfair question, Sam, I'm totally asking for your instinct, and I'm not trying to set you up to be wrong. I won't hold you to it, but does this feel like it's going to be an overactive, underactive, or fairly normal trade season if you were betting money?
I mean, between the Jimmy stuff, the Pelican stuff, the Bulls, Zach LaVine is still a guy that I think it's interesting because I think the calculus with him is probably out of whack at this point, where teams continue to act as if they need to get something in return for taking on his contract, but he's a pretty damn good player. So is Zach going to be on the move? It could be a fair amount. I think part of it is when you have the kind of parity that the league has right now, and that honestly they've kind of built this thing to the system to be encourage parity, that breeds hope, and hope breeds action at the trade deadline. So if I had to pick one direction or the other, it'd probably be leaning towards more active.
Sam, you brought up the Pelicans. Kings play them tonight. We know the Kings had all sorts of trouble with them last year. Their record is obviously a byproduct of just way too many injuries. I feel like they kind of had an aggressive offseason and getting some upgrades there. At least they thought DeJounte Murray, and they were hoping to make, I would assume, a run, but it's not gone that way at all. Is that just, hey, let's look at Ingram because he's not going to get extended, or could they do a lot more there and even possibly entertain the idea of something with Zion down the line?
Yeah, they could. It's just it's a train wreck. You know what I mean? Like the whole plan is blown up at this point. And Dave Griffin, a longtime tenured executive, won a championship with Cleveland. He knows what he's doing, but I can't remember a situation where you're just looking at, the plan and saying like it's outside of his control. All of these Kings fans know better than anybody, like how much potential this Pelicans group had with how they beat the Kings, 6 times last year. But now all of a sudden Zion looks to be a guy you can't rely on. The hamstring being an issue for so long, he fires his agent and an agency, CAA, which, really considering he's not in a contract year, the only reason you do that is because you're, upset about the way your situation was handled, or, you're trying to get somewhere else. So, the Ingram stuff, the DeJounte Murray deal just being irrelevant now, and you lost Dyson Daniels in the process, which is crazy considering how good he's been. So, I don't know. Everybody I've talked to on the Zion front, they're not out there shopping him, and it feels like to me that they're going to stick it out with him. but BI is looking for greener pastures and certainly looking to get out of there. He also had an agency change and went over to Clutch recently as well.
Sam Amick of The Athletic joining us. Sam, we referenced your article early in the week about the front offices and the rankings of the front offices. And according to you, the Sacramento Kings were not even in the top 20 of NBA front offices. In fact, the Washington Wizards even were in the top 20. I want to make clear this was your opinion and your opinion alone. So it was, to be fair, it was, I think you said you talked to you and your two partners on the article. I think about 40 front office members, coaches, etc. Seriously, though, the Kings weren't in there. And look, you had the coach of the year and the GM of the year 2 years ago. Now the Wizards are getting a vote over them, not to pick on them. What do you think that's a reflection of, that drop that quickly, as you logged in twice, I think, when I think Sam put his computer in, and we're having a little bit of a difficulty because nope, there he's back now. Sam, I was asking, what's that a reflection of?
I mean, yeah, it was to give you the process. It was 40 executives, and we did, for the sake of wanting to have credibility on it, we were pretty stubborn about trying to get either number one or number two front office people to weigh in, and there were a handful of number threes. So just so that people realize this is not a matter of like, let's get a scout at the bottom of the food chain to give their opinion. These are their front office people who kind of run the league from a personnel standpoint. Even with that, I mean, I'm not trying to completely duck your question, because obviously every team would love to be high on this list, and their fans certainly would love their team to have their front office high on the list. There's still some puzzling moves here, where are choices where you look at it, and some folks griped about the fact that OKC wins by a landslide, despite, Sam Presti not having ever won a championship. He's been doing it since 2007. And if you look at the numbers, it's like, man, it wasn't even close. As far as the Kings are concerned, I don't know what to kind of, to assign to it as far as why. They are on the downturn right now. Like you said, the hype was all a year and a half ago, and it's been kind of a steady decline ever since then. I think while the Sabonis trade put them down this road that broke their playoff drought, and did a lot of good things, he is a divisive player within the league. As you guys know, maybe that plays a part. I don't know. I personally did not have anybody the fun part, that's a weird word to put on it, of doing this project is that, we publish all the good stuff, but of course there was a little trash talk along the way where executives shared, kind of their disparaging views of other front offices. I did not run into, any Kings slander, or really any Kings perspective at all. But yeah, I mean, the results speak for themselves. If they were making moves left and right that people were impressed by, and had the kind of process that people envied, then they would have been on the list.
Sam, a follow-up on that. So league people think he's a divisive player. Like, what's the thought behind that with Sabonis?
I guess my feeling is that that the Halliburton Sabonis trade was the defining move of this front office. That is the biggest swing they have taken. That is the trade that put them down this path. So I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of another executive who is trying to decide what they think of the work the Kings did. And to me, it really comes down to that. Maybe you're going to think about DeRozan, and that's it. Like, because that's that's kind of who this team is at this point. And when you talk about the front office, Fox was here before. You're not gonna kind of have that be part of the calculus. I just think that people not being, again, you're kind of asking me to read the minds of the people who voted.
True.
But I think that's a big one.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, and I'm not saying you're saying this, I'm not saying anyone else is, but let's talk it out. Is Hassan Whiteside and Andre Drummond are two guys that, if you look at their career stats, especially rebounding, are tremendous. And though they never sniffed Domantas Sabonis's numbers when it comes to assists, when it comes to scoring, field goal percentage, rebounds, there are similarities, and those two players probably referred to as much, if not more, than any other players. They were often referred to as empty calories. Great stats, great regular season. When it comes down to it, you'd rather have a Derek White than a lot of these other guys that you can just plug into a championship team. And I'm asking you to guess here, but do you think part of the divisiveness with Sabonis is, hey, great regular season guy, great teammate, nice dude. When it comes down to the playoffs, they can diffuse him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Now you're just trying to hit on the conversation about Domas, and yes, there is a feeling in some circles that it's kind of the idea that if he is your number one or your number two, that you're going to have a ceiling on what you can do. You're going to win a lot of games, but it gets complicated because the way that he plays. He is really only at his best if he is a 1 or a 2. If he's a 3, then his usage is down. And honestly, not that, I mean, he's still he and Fox are 1 and 1A, but with DeMar coming to town this year, you are seeing, less of the DHOs, less of the, all things run through Domas offense. So, his skill set, what he brings to the table and what he's so incredibly good at is it's a team game, right? So there's always that analysis of, how much of, if you have the offensive workload looking like a pie chart, just how much of that pie chart should go to Domas, and if that is the strategy you take, then how far can you take that?
Are there any similarities, Sam, would you say, to that thought process and maybe even DeRozan as well?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a different, a different style of how to do it. I mean, DeMar is a bucket getter. I will add though, as well, it's funny having gone to Kings practice this week and listened to Mike Brown. He's in my head right now because I can hear him going, guys, we're 6th in offense, like that. In terms of this team, it is interesting. And I think I have reached the point where I agree with him that their offense is interesting to talk about because, when the Jazz rolled through, their radio man does a great job. David Locke had shown me some stats about how the Kings DHOs are just down drastically, for Keegan and Kevin Huerter and those guys. They are just getting a whole lot fewer Domantas Sabonis, kind of gift wrapped, wide open looks than they did last year and the year before. And so he was really getting into the weeds on the Kings offense. And it is an interesting conversation to have. And then you kind of take a step back from it and you go, oh, wait a minute. Until the Utah game, I think they were 17th in defensive rating. That game actually spiked them up to 13th. If Kings fans are actually looking for a little sliver of hope here, their analytics right now look like a team that should be 5 games over 500.
Yep.
It's not a dumpster fire by any means. The numbers are pretty good, and they've lost some close games, and they're paying a price for that. But the focus, I think, first and foremost going into the deadline has got to be, who could we add who's going to help us on the other end?
Well, let me underline your point, Sam, without getting too nerdy here. The Kings, as you just mentioned, are 6th in offensive rating. Maybe even more surprisingly, not talked about enough, they're 13th in defensive rating, which gives them an overall rating of 10. They're 12 and 13. The team just above them, the Orlando Magic, is 17 and 10, followed by the Warriors, the Mavs, the Knicks, the Rockets, the Grizzlies, the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Thunder. I mean, these are all teams that are 17 and 8, 19 and 5, 14 and 10. Then you have the Kings that are 12 and 13. As a matter of fact, you have to go down the net rating list to 19th, and the Detroit Pistons, who by the way are 10 and 15, that's the first team on that list that's under 500. So numerically, as you just said, I'm just underlining your point. It's one of those things where all the numbers are saying one thing, but the wins and losses, if the Kings were a stock, in other terms, I think the Kings would be a heavy buy at this point.
I tend to agree, and we'll see if this segment ages well or not. But I'm starting to feel like, listen, when you add a piece that is as unique as DeMar to, like we just chronicled, another piece that is so unique like Sabonis, Fox and what he does, that's more of today's NBA. He's not a unique player. I mean, he's an incredible player, but like his skill set is not, that is plug and play on every single team. Domas and DeMar are not. And they have a greater impact on the collective, if that makes sense. We should not be surprised that they have had some growing pains here and that it has taken them a while to figure out the offensive identity, the offensive, kind of dispersion of duties, and then defensively, how to make things happen. DeMar was never a strong defender, and now he's an older dude. That comes into play. So, yeah, I would probably agree with you that if they were a stock, it's a good time to buy because it feels like they are working, some of this stuff out a little bit.
And then watching it in real time too, Sam, seeing the move that they made to put Malik Monk in the starting lineup, it seems like the other part of the numerics, like that starting five now has been one of the best fives in the league, even in a short sample size. So again, I think it all hits that, will this age well? But right now, this might be the best stretch. And if it continues, then you can see a climb up for this team.
Yeah. And it's, I agree with that. It's also, again, some of the conversations that I had this week, what struck me, you mentioned Malik, Jason, and, it's very easy to say, hey, put your best five on the floor, and Malik is clearly within that group. But man, when you, this is why I don't think I'd be a very good coach, because you have got to see the puzzle pieces all the time in terms of rotations and staggering and the timeline and the 48-minute clock and, who's playing with who. And if I take this guy out, then we lose our attacking mechanism. And if I take this guy out, we have no defense. That constant calculus that Malik makes harder, because yes, that five is going to be pretty good. You've got playmakers all over the floor. You've got, dudes all over the floor, just guys that actually put a little fear in the opposing defense. And then you go to one of the lightest benches in the NBA, like that, that juggling act and trying to figure out how to not, have it be like the Nuggets where Jokic comes off the floor and they look like an AAU team. That is what, where Mike Brown's job is going to be even harder now because of the Malik decision.
Lastly, we've only got a minute here, but I just wanted to throw it at you. NBA Cup numbers down. Now you've got Atlanta, Oklahoma City, Milwaukee. I don't even know who the hell else is left. How your thoughts, if you're hearing anything on how the NBA is feeling about this NBA Cup in year two as opposed to year one?
I'll have a much better sense of it next week. I'm going out there tomorrow. I am looking at my phone because I'm trying to steal perspective from my colleague, John Krasinski at The Athletic. This was discussed on Twitter last night, and I kind of agree with what he said. First of all, I didn't know the ratings are down, so I'm curious how down they are.
10%.
Okay. John's, so, we got to go. The paraphrasing is John's opinion is that the money is in the bank when it comes to the league and the TV rights deal. So, make a long-term investment in and just marketing the hell out of these small market teams and just start to broaden the spotlight within your league and not go for the short-term play of we're unhappy if the Lakers and the Knicks and teams like that are not always in the spotlight. That, it's kind of like make, chicken soup out of chicken, what, when it comes to the cup. OKC is going to be good for a very long time. You better figure out how to make mainstream basketball fans care about what the Thunder are doing, and, ditto for some of these other teams. So, down ratings is not great, but they got plenty of money in the bank, and they got to figure out how to make this work.
That is Sam Amick of The Athletic. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. I'm sure you already are. Check out The Athletic, where they've got all kinds of holiday deals going on right now where you are guaranteed to pay less than what I'm paying. But that's for 2 subscriptions because Mason's
Blue
got
Sky,
one.
baby. Blue Sky. I'm jumping to Blue Sky these days.
Oh, are you Sam Amick on Blue Sky?
I don't know. Just search for it. It shows up.
Yeah, because it's like sam.amick at bluesky.net.eth.org or whatever. They got to figure that out. But I'm with you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon. And remember, everybody, Sam started the interview by saying the Kings are trading for Giannis. So make sure you take that to the bank. Appreciate you, dude.
See y'all. Be good.
Okay, take care. That's Sam Amick. We'll take a break. When we return, 4 down territory. Belichick in North Carolina, Berlin, Germany, and the NFL. And should the Raiders do the thing? We'll tell you what the thing is and more coming up right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center and wet weather. We've had some rain through the morning. Expect to have some more showers on and off again through the afternoon, with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 50s and winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Be there December 30th for Monday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers take on Detroit. It's the final regular season home game presented by SAP. Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have a full tank of gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call.
If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
You know, when it's all on the line, you need a big-time closer, and that's especially true when it comes to your garage door. And that's why I recommend National Garage Door, 638-4554. Whitey Gleason here for National Garage Door. Whether you're looking to repair an existing door or get a brand new one installed, you need National Garage Door. Family-owned and operated. They've been around since 1974 because service is their number one priority. National Garage Door are the region's BSE. It's broken spring experts. Styles, prices, and quality of the new doors will amaze you. Our garage door was starting to sound kind of, and that's not good. So Kevin from National Garage Door came out. He said patching up the old one was an option, but we're getting a new garage door. We're pretty happy about that. National Garage Door sells quality Rainer branded garage doors. They offer sales, service, and installation on all residential and commercial doors and operators. If you have garage door needs, old ones coming apart, or you're looking to improve your curb appeal, let National Garage Door come through for you in the clutch and be your closer. 638-4554, National Garage Door.
Time now for your 49ers injury report, brought to you by Jeremy Winter, attorney at law. He cares because he's been there. In the 38-13 win over the Bears on Sunday, the Niners suffered a couple of more significant injuries. Left guard Ben Barch suffered a high ankle sprain, and running back Isaac Guerrero departed with a possible foot sprain. With Christian McCaffrey and J.P. Morgan already on the injured list, this could be a real problem for the 49ers, who get ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams in a key game on Thursday night.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
The holiday driving season is here, and my good friends over at Jiffy Lube have an awesome holiday oil change special going on right now. Get a full synthetic oil change starting at just $76.99 with a $33 off coupon online. That's right, starting at just $76.99 for up to 5 quarts of full synthetic motor oil with the online coupon. Go visit jiffylube.com right now, find a location near you, and get that $33 off full synthetic oil change coupon now. Most vehicles are covered, especially vehicles and diesel or extra. You got to show the coupon for discount. See the store for details. Happy holidays from Jiffy Lube.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sacktown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting sacktownsports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Carmichael Dave.
He just has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
I think the funniest thing about that regional winner, I've never really mentioned it before, is when the guy says about me, he says he gets right to the point. Well, anyway, we got to do 4 down territory. Speaking of getting right to the point, guys, we were just talking about it a little bit yesterday. It's so funny how many people listen to the show and then do things on a national, if not international level. Prayers have been answered, but there is an asterisk. What wonderful music news hit today as Korn, our big boss's favorite band, Avenged Sevenfold, Local Heroes Deftones, headlined by System of a Down, are going out on tour. That's the great news. I've been wanting to
The 2000s are back.
Baby, you better believe it. I love System of a Down. I don't care. One of my favorite bands of all time. Haven't had a new album since 2005. And their last kind of a double album, 2-part album, was phenomenal. That's the good news. The bad news: MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Soldier Field in Chicago, and Rogers Stadium in Toronto. And that's it. That's it. Like, come on, man. Can we just get a new album and can we get a new tour, please? And can that tour please come to Sacramento, come to Golden One Center? I know my guy James over at Golden One, who does such an amazing job getting all the best bands to come to Golden One. He would open the doors nice and wide for System of a Down and Deftones. I mean, come on, Jason.
Come on. Right? Am I right?
Yes. And get out of here, AA Ron, on the chat with special appearance by Limp Bizkit. Get out of here. You can't put Limp Bizkit in that category.
Fred Durst makes an appearance in Y2K.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Mack and Me.
Is it a bearded Fred Durst?
It's Fred Durst in 1999.
Oh. Well, then it was not a bearded Fred Durst. It was a
It was
hat-wearing,
Yes.
goateed Fred Durst. Yeah, okay. I got more, but whatever. 4-down territory right now, please. Oh, I do. The one other thing I had, sorry. On the text line during the Sam interview, the whole thing where, like, we're not saying Domantas Sabonis is divisive. I don't like it when, I want to make sure no rumors start. It was referencing that to other GMs, he's a divisive topic as to what his effectiveness is in the postseason. Honestly, Jason, I think a lot of the postseason stuff is because he was defended by Kevon Looney and Draymond Green. And before that, he was playing in a completely different system. Let's get him a bigger sample size and just see how divisive he is in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then again, I know by the end, I mean, his numbers were actually fine, but it wasn't the same impact that he had in the regular season. That's what happens when you get to the playoffs. People hone in, and that was the smart strategy by the Warriors to let's take out Sabonis and see what we can do, and that helped. I mean, look, it still went 7 games.
Also, speaking of Domantas Sabonis, I didn't want to say this when Sam was on the phone just to be nice, but ESPN, if you missed it, about 3-4 hours ago, Baxter Holmes has done a long form. This is like something that would have been in ESPN, the magazine. It's right on the front cover, front page of the ESPN.com NBA section. Huge thing on Domantas Sabonis titled An NBA All-Star, a Legendary Father, and the enormous weight of a legacy. Obviously talking about his dad, Arvydas. And I read part of the article. They go to Domas's house and visit with him while he's hanging with his family. And it's I haven't read the whole thing, but it is a massive article. So make sure you check that out if you get a chance. Chris, first down.
The NFL announced yesterday that they will play. I'm sorry, that's second down. First down.
Imagine mixing it up. What an idiot.
Do you think during his time at North Carolina that Bill Belichick will make a CFP top 12?
I do. I honestly do. I think he's going to do really, really well. We went into it in detail before. I think these kids are going to listen to him. The dude's the second winningest coach of all time. He's won more Super Bowls than anybody. He's Bill flipping Belichick, and he's also going to get a ton of NIL money. So he's going to have good players behind it. I actually, if I was, we were talking about buying stock in the Kings, I would 100% buy stock in North Carolina. I think it's going to take him maybe a year or so, but it ain't going to take that long because he's going to get a lot of transfers. I think North Carolina is going to have a very, very good next 5 years, Jason.
Jim Harbaugh was a good coach in college, and all of his stops was a good coach in the NFL. Back to the NFL, he's good there too. I think if you can coach, you can coach. Harbaugh did win a championship at Michigan. He helped make San Diego, the University of San Diego. He helped make Stanford better. He made the Niners better. He's made the Chargers better. So I think he can coach. Same thought process behind Bill Belichick. He was also the GM, kind of the decision maker, player personnel with the Patriots. He'll do well in recruiting, his name, and North Carolina. I know they're not known as a football school, but he can change that quickly. So, yeah, I think he'll do well. I think he will get his team into the top 12 at one point during his run.
Second down.
Well, the NFL announced yesterday that they will play their first ever game in Berlin, Germany next season. Your thoughts?
It's fine. Like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm in Europe, I'm excited. Next time I'm over there, I'll make sure to ask the Germans. I'm sure they're excited. I don't know. What does it do for me as a fan? Honestly, the only thing these Europe games do for me as a fan is because I'm an early riser. They come on at 6, 7 a.m. and it just kind of gives you, instead of your football day going from 10 p.m. to about 8-ish, with Sunday Night Football. You start your day at 6 a.m. and it goes all the way through. And usually it slides right into red zone in the regular NFL day. So I like it, Jason, in the sense that it gives me more football, but I don't care.
Yeah, it really, that's the way I would put it too. It's like a lot of times I'll remember because we'll talk during the week like, oh, these two teams are playing Sunday morning bright and early. And Sunday I try to not be as early as a riser as I am during the week. And then generally if I get up, whatever time it might be, and then I look and see, oh, yeah, people are talking on social media about the Falcons and the Jags are playing right now. I'm like, oh, let me turn that on, and it's the fourth quarter, and then you watch the end of that game. But if it was like the Niners playing, I don't know that I'm getting up extra early to watch it. I'd probably just record it. And the game doesn't do that much for me, but if it does it for others and helps the league, sure, why not?
Ich bin ein Berliner.
I am a jelly donut. Third down.
Should the Raiders go for free agent Sam Darnold and not draft a QB?
It's actually a really, really good question. No, I think if there's a good quarterback out there, they should draft that quarterback. I'm just not entirely sure that they don't do that and sign Sam Darnold. This is not a team that's going to turn it around in the space of a year. And if they do, I don't think, even at best, if they did, there's not going to be that great foundation that they need to be a sustainable contender. What they should do is again, we talked about this before, trade Max Crosby, trade that pick if it's number one, whatever it may be, and really set a good foundation, a good young team, rebuild this sucker, and be sustainable, even if that means, a 7 and 10 year next year. Okay, great. That's a lot better than they're doing this year. If they try to shortcut this thing, I just don't think it's going to work.
That's it. They can't cut corners. They've got to do this the right way, whatever the right way is. There's not one direct way, but I think they need to explore every possible avenue. And if that's a free agent quarterback, sure. If that's a free agent quarterback and drafting a quarterback, okay. I think they have options here. And when you have a terrible year and you've had some rough years, that you want to explore all those options. So I don't know that I trust that they'll do it right, but I think they'll have some choices this offseason.
Yeah, that's the big thing is you give Tom Telesco the keys. Is he going to do the right things? All right, real quick, fourth down, please.
Next week we have NFL games Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Too much or just right?
You know what? I'm going to say it's just right, Jason. I actually kind of like that. I know it's not the greatest on the players, and it's not sustainable perhaps to do that, but rather than having a ton of games in a window where you can't pay a ton of attention, I actually like that because I can watch these games. Then come Sunday, you've still got your rush of games, but it's a lot more palatable and easier to take in. And let's be honest, it gives me an excuse to sit on the couch and not do things for a much longer time. So I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, more football is fine. It's always going to work, and no matter where it is, what time it is, and it's added one day and Saturday. This is a lot of times when college football is not playing then after the college football season. So yeah, bring it on. Let's have more football. We're all good with that.
And don't forget, this is going to be our first winter where not only are we going to have that, and then we're going to have NFL football coming on Saturdays now. You're going to get into NFL playoffs, but we also have those college football playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's a completely different thing. The December and January into February for football is actually, I think it's going to be fantastic. We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not. And finally, the Kings are back. We have a 3 in the key for Kings Pelicans tonight before we get to Niners at 9 and more in the final hour. We'll be right back after this.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kyle Draper. Equip your staff with top-notch uniforms, professionally cleaned and delivered weekly to your workplace by Alsco Uniforms, proud sponsors of the Sacramento Kings Mob Crew. Our services include uniforms, towels, floor mats, mops, first aid supplies, and restroom essentials to uphold cleanliness and safety standards in your business. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco uniforms. Visit alsco.com to learn more. Again, visit alsco.com.
Ho, 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 ho. Looks like you made the ice list this year.
Santa, don't you mean the nice list?
No, ice, because Prestigio Jewelers carries all the ice you need.
For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Make this Christmas season unforgettable. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Ready for winter? Forecasters are already predicting record sick days. Don't become a healthcare statistic. Fight sickness with fitness. Create a daily workout and stick to it. Let the Good Feet store help you meet your workout goals. With Good Feet Arch Supports, the pain in your feet, knees, hips, and back become history. And Good Feet Arch Supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Visit goodfeet.com for an appointment or just stop in. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPfest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPfest.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hobba Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the wrap-up the year sales event?
Well, I can't believe we made this work. I had to double check to make sure it was legit. But right now, you can lease a new 2024 Dodge Hornet RT plug-in for as low as $5 a month plus tax for 24 months with $49.95 due at signing.
Sorry, I must have misheard you. Did you say $5 a month?
I know, it's crazy. But for less than the cost of a cup of coffee each month, you can be driving around a brand new Dodge Hornet. But this $5 a month deal can't last long.
Yeah, I can see why. If you want a new car with a monthly payment half the price of a fast food meal, you better hurry into Hoblet Dodge in Woodland. Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, nobody beats Hoblet, period. $5 for 24-month lease offer before tax and license. Must be a California West Business Center resident. Rebates include $6,500 SFS hybrid electric federal tax credit, subject to change without notice, and $2,500 West BC lease cash. $49.95 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year with 30-cent fee per mile over. Tax and license extra for this net savings. Sample VIN A13914. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's time to open up your calendar app for some incredible live events coming your way. This is the Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar, bringing you the hottest shows in town. Kick off 2025 with country superstars Dylan Scott and Jackson Dean. They're hitting the stage at Thunder Valley on January 10th for a night of hot country hits. Then on January 11th, laugh until your sides hurt with comedy legend Bill Engvall. He's performing live at Thunder Valley, a show you won't want to miss. And the one and only Justin Timberlake is bringing electrifying energy to the Golden One Center on January 15th. This is your chance to see an icon in action. For a more intimate vibe, catch Bryce Vine at Ace of Spades on January 25th. It'll be an unforgettable night of alternative hip-hop. And finally, looking ahead to February 20th, Old 60 lights up Ace of Spades with their unique blend of rock and soul. Get your tickets now because these shows will sell out fast. For details and updates, visit SacktownSports.com. And stay tuned. This is your ticket to the best live entertainment in the 916, the Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar. What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
Oh, okay.
Please.
The Houston Rockets. Last night, they were down 6 points with only 77 seconds to go against the Golden State Warriors. They went on a 7-0 run to beat the Warriors 91-90, knocked the Warriors out of the NBA in-season tournament, and stamped their ticket to Las Vegas to take on the Thunder in the tournament semifinals.
Boy. Sure wish we were there. Can't wait. Be amazing. Who's not?
The New Orleans Pelicans.
The
season, the Pelicans are only 5-20, have lost their last 2 games, and are 1-9 in their last 10.
Yeah.
That makes you nervous, Dave. I know.
I'm just well, I wouldn't say uncharacteristically. It's me. I think I am inappropriately obsessed with this game tonight. Like, I don't know why I'm really geared up for it. Like, I'm preemptively angry about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we haven't had one in a while. I don't know.
Here's my read on you for tonight. The scale is tipped. Yeah, if they win, you'd be like, cool. Like, I don't think your happiness of a win is going to be enough compared to the all-out distraught, frustration, anger, fire everyone scale of if they lost.
I think you're 100% right. Like, I'm going to be happy if they win. I'm going to give them the credit. I don't care if they win by 1 or 80. Like, win's a win. I just want, I look, if they're down like 20 in the fourth and I have to come back, I'm going to be happy about it. But then I'm also going to say, why did you have to do that, wieners? But I'll be happy. I think this is like the guy that bet like $3 million on the Eagles to beat the Panthers, and he won $300,000 versus if it was like a real close type of bet with 2 teams that were like, if the Eagles won, and by the way, $300,000 still $300,000, but that didn't have as big of an effect on that better, I guarantee you, than if the Eagles had lost.
Right.
And that's like complete devastation. I feel like that's kind of the same way with this game. Like, dude, they're 5-20. They've lost like 90 of the last 92. So figure it out, man.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to preemptively caution or scare or anything like that. But like, honestly, without knowing their record, which we do, and that's the reality of it. But if I told you, with the exception of one starter like tonight, if they were starting CJ McCollum, which they are, DeJounte Murray, Herb Jones, and Trey Murphy, like, that doesn't sound like a 5-win team to me.
No, the Pelicans are. I don't want to do this.
Exactly. That's I was trying to avoid it too. Like, they are 5-20. They've earned whatever the record. They that's them. And I know why they've been so poor. Yes, Zion's out and Ingram's out. Those guys are very important. And part of why they were so bad before, McCollum was out, Murray was out. They had like 5 guys out, 5 starters and a sub out at one point. They got a few back, but still, it's just you just got to find a way.
I swear to God.
Oh no!
I'm just saying, dude. If I have to hear tonight. I mean, because they've had 3 days off too. If I have to hear CJ McCollum has like 44 and Trey Murphy's going ballistic, and no, dude, we can't be the Robitussin of the NBA, man. We can't do it. You have to smell blood. Let the Pelicans get healthy. Who the hell do they have next? Let them start their win streak against Ty Halliburton and the Pacers. Okay, just not bunch of wiener schnitzels. This from Chris just sent us this.
Uh-oh. I had to quadruple check it wasn't sent.
Yeah, it's the first thing I did too. Okay. An anonymous NBA executive suggests that LeBron James should request a trade to Sacramento to team up with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. Quote, LeBron would take Fox and Sabonis and elevate the hell out of them, particularly Fox. With that threesome, those guys could be a force. Well, first off, what would you have to get? The problem, anonymous executive, is I don't even.
It's money.
No, it's anonymous. It's Schmonty Schmicknair.
Schmonty Schmicknair. I know we got to do the 3 and the key here. Let me just, for fun and live on the air, just for you know what's and you know where's. let's see. LeBron James makes $48 million.
What a bargain.
If you traded, because DeRozan and Monk aren't eligible, at least not yet. If you traded Herter, Murray, Lyles, Colby Jones, and Keon Ellis, that gets you to 36 million and change, maybe 37 million, which means you're still 11 million shy of LeBron James's $49 million salary. I honestly, unless you can include DeRozan and or Monk, I don't think you can do it without trading Sabonis or Fox.
Plus, we got to wait a few more days for LeBron too. He's not even eligible today.
Doesn't he have a no trade clause?
Let me see. When a free agent signs a contract or when a player signs a two-way contract, blah, 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 cannot be traded until December 15th or 3 months, whichever is the later. Like, so he, how you said Monk and DeRozan couldn't be traded yet?
Yeah.
I think LeBron's under that same umbrella, but it's only a few days away.
So if that opens up, then I guess DeRozan and Herter alone would be 40 million. You'd have to throw in probably Keegan Murray to make it work. So you're trading DeRozan, Herter, and Keegan Murray for LeBron James. I don't want that. By the way, I don't like the idea. I don't want it to happen.
Okay, I got another idea to throw in there.
Oh, God.
The Strange Ranch. It's what, 7 million?
Right.
It's got gold. It's got fish. It's got weed.
It's got weed. There is literally one reason and one reason only that I would be in favor of the Kings trading for LeBron James. And I'm being dead serious about this. There is only one reason. It has nothing to do with basketball per se. I think it would be absolutely epic to watch MC completely melt down on the chat. I don't even know how. Would he even still listen? Would he buy the ranch and move to it? Gross. All right. So we want to shelf 3 in the key for later. Is that what we want to do here?
Correct.
Okay. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Niners at 9. Is it a must win? Does the past mean anything? And if the Niners can't win the NFC West, well, who do you want to win the NFC West? We'll do 3 in the key at 9:13 as we get back to Kings Talk as well. We're right back after this.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco. Paul George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is in full swing, and you can take full advantage by winning some cash with Sleeper Picks. Sleeper Picks is a fantasy game, but you can win real money. Just pick more or less than at least 2 of your favorite player stats. If you're right, you could win. You can pick up to 8 players to win up to 100 times your money. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to play $5, and they'll receive $55 in free bonus entries. That's right. If you deposit $25 and play $5, they'll give you 11 $5 bonus entries to start playing. So download the Sleeper app now and use promo code BLOCK and get in on this promo before time runs out. What are you waiting for? Download Sleeper today and unlock one of the fastest growing fantasy sports apps in the world. Use code BLOCK to claim the play $5, get $55 bonus entry offer. That's code BLOCK. Must be at least 18 years old in most states and present in state where it is legal to wager. Promo code location, other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details at sleeper.com. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help. Sponsored by Sleeper, a Blitz product.
Get huge year-end savings on the all-new 2025 Silverado now at Maida Chevy.
With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on select new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT and RST.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area.
$8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Now available with special financing, leasing, some other offers.
With the cooler seasons upon us, Advanced Infusion Center remains focused on your health and comfort. Whether you're dealing with a chronic illness or in need of IV therapy, we provide tailored treatments to meet your unique needs. Our caring team is here to make sure your experience is safe, comfortable, and stress-free. With convenient locations in Sacramento and Yuba and flexible scheduling, you can easily access the care you deserve. Explore Advanced Infusion Therapy today. Visit advancedinfusion.com for compassionate care right where you need it.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. And get this, Napoleon Grill's Black Friday Cyber Mondays include a limited time $300 off their top-selling Phantom Grill and 15% off all gas, kettle, and travel grills. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you happy holidays. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon Grills and accessories.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more superer. That means more for you. More apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Rare Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
MC says if the Kings acquired LeBron, he'd move to Alaska or find his way to Antarctica, as all the warmth would be gone from his life. Yeah. Oh, I don't think it's happening, guys.
Okay.
It's okay.
That was an anonymous exec.
From the 530, if they traded for LeBron, would they be a favorite to win it this year? No. I don't want to get too bogged down in this because it's not happening. I'm not saying LeBron James, there wouldn't be things that he would do to help this team, but I don't think it would make them measurably better. I really don't. I don't think he would hurt them. I mean, let's just be real. Regardless how you feel about LeBron James, look at his numbers. I just think that the circus that comes with him being all the LeBroning that comes with that all would just it would all be that they would have shut up email. They would have the media coverage of a true blue championship contender, but their biggest issues are defense, and specifically front court depth and bench depth. And they're not just getting LeBron as a free agent in this imagination freaking dumb scenario. They would have to give up serious pieces to get him, even if they could somehow do it without Fox and Sabonis. I mean, it's a dumb thing. It's a dumb idea. It's never going to happen, all that. But I'm just saying, for like 5 seconds of serious sports talk, I wouldn't do it. I legitimately would not do it, Jason.
Yeah, I think that if you're going down this road, the avenue would have been somehow, some way they signed him in free agency in the offseason. I don't know how they would have done it, but that didn't cost you other players. It cost you money,
right?
But it didn't cost you other players. Now getting him, he's a good player. He's a really good player. He's a great player still.
Yeah.
But you would be giving up more. Like, is the net a win? I wouldn't even know. It depends on what would have to go back in return. So, which would be a lot.
Which would be a lot. And we'll wrap this up because you got Tay in the chat. And I think this is just part of common, I don't want to say ignorance because that's a mean word, but just not understanding the way these things work. Yes, if you were adding LeBron James, like you just said, as a free agent, could somehow make that work. Okay, that's a conversation at least. I'm still not sure that would be great. But, Tay's point was you could move Keegan to the bench. You could do that. You wouldn't have Keegan. If you're keeping Sabonis and Fox in this made-up scenario, adding LeBron James, you're giving up at least 2 of DeRozan, Monk, and Keegan Murray. You're probably giving up a minimum of 2 first-round picks. Like you literally, if you acquired LeBron James, would actually have a weaker depth than you do right now. Fact. Your depth would go down. And you get LeBron for what, 1 or 2 years, and he could be super frustrated and whatever. And yeah, you got LeBron. I don't care about that. I want a championship. I don't want to be able to watch LeBron 41 times a night. All right. Maybe the Niners could pick up LeBron James. Niners coming up tonight along with the Kings. They almost both have, they both started almost the exact same time. Jason, the past is the past, but the Niners have owned the Rams. Does that even matter at this point?
No, not today, not in this matchup. I mean, I think something about Kyle Shanahan going against Sean McVay, like that's brought out the best in Shanahan and game planning. And the Niners have been good. The Rams have been good in this stretch too. They've done a great job there. But again, I go back to the game earlier this year, and you count them all up at the end, and if the Niners end up a game short, one of the many games they'll look at was the blown opportunity they had in L.A. earlier this year when they had that game against the Rams.
Look, here's the bottom line on this game, too. We've been talking all day and all week about this is a must-win for the Niners. They got to do this. They got to do that, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and Kyron Williams and Matt Stafford, they're all playing. The Niners have injuries galore. The bottom line is this. The L.A. Rams are 6-2 in their last 8, including wins over Minnesota, in Seattle, they went into New Orleans, whatever, and then they just beat Buffalo in that insane game. They're coming off that win, 44-42. The Rams are on a better run. Yes, the Niners beat the Bears, but they are on a better run. And when you look at the way the Rams finish, it's Niners. So you talk about a must-win for the Niners. It's a must-win for the Rams. They have the Jets, who are on a tailspin, Arizona, who's completely fallen off, and then they have an opportunity, Jason. Let's say they beat the Niners tonight. They beat the Jets. They beat Arizona, and they have Arizona at home. That is very, very, very feasible. That puts them at 10-6 with a home game in Week 18 against Seattle. So unlike the 49ers, the Rams actually do control their own destiny, and things get a lot more bumpy for them if they don't beat the Niners tonight.
Yeah, and I think, you brought it up earlier about, to me, what would concern me about the Niners in this game is the people that are now playing this time that weren't there the last time, and the way they just played. Now, on the good side, the Niners, I think, played one of their better games against the Bears on Sunday, but the Rams, I had that as a loss. I thought they would lose to Buffalo, and to their credit, they played great, had that nice lead, had to hang on to win. But they've got to feel confident, like you said, winning 3 of their last 4, just beating Buffalo, even with a massive game by Josh Allen. So the Rams should be a confident team going into this one tonight.
Also, if you look, we were talking about they control their own destiny. They beat Seattle earlier this year, and they're 1 game behind Seattle. So fact is, with them playing Arizona as well, who they're already ahead of, the Rams 100% control their own destiny. If they win out, they win the NFC West. Period. End of statement. They are the team, and they would solidify that. Even if Seattle won all the way to the end, that would become a game for the NFC West. And if the Rams were to beat Seattle at home, worst case scenario for them, they're in a tie with Seattle, but they're 2-0 versus Seattle. That gives them the NFC West crown there, and they're in. And Sean McVay sees a wounded animal in Kyle Shanahan, who has owned him in the past, and they're very good friends. I think he is beyond pumped up to go in there, not only to give his Rams the opportunity to go to the postseason or continue to keep their hopes alive, but effectively kill Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers chances at the postseason. Let me ask you this, guys. The 49ers host the Rams this evening at Levi Stadium. Chris, you went first last time. Jason, you go ahead. Who is favored?
Oh.
And by how much?
I'm gonna go with, I don't know the last time I saw Pick'em. It feels like it's close to that. So I'm going to go Niners home. Rams by 1.
Rams favored by 1 at Levi Stadium. Christopher Law.
Yeah, I'll stick with that. I was going to go Niners by 1. No, I'll leave Rams by 1.
Niners by 1.
Darn it, Chris.
Well, that little voice in your head, Jason Ross, you should have listened to it. The 49ers are favored by 2.5.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I kind of agree with you on wow. Now, we've been burned by Vegas a couple times this year, and you know we've learned not to question them. But honestly, if you guys were playing that game with me, I would have Jason. I would have had the exact pick you did. I would have said Rams by 1.
Yeah, because I was thinking Rams by like 3, and then you go the home. Maybe there's even. So that's why I landed on even. I go, well, I'm going to swing it one way or the other. So I went Rams 1, but interesting.
It is interesting when you go through all the things we just talked about. The Rams have won 6 of 8. The Rams are relatively healthy. The Rams just beat Buffalo, which is at worst top 4 team in the NFL, 44-42 last week, which means if nothing else, the Rams offense is clicking, went against that Buffalo defense, got the win. And, you know, that's going to be a big test for the Niners defense tonight, especially when they're missing so many pieces, including almost certainly Nick Bosa. There is a chance Dre Greenlaw will play, but it's not fair to expect much out of him. So I guess that's why they play the games any given Thursday, Jason. That's what they say.
And the Thursday part, I don't know if that's an advantage or not to the Niners, being that they didn't have to travel, not that the travel's very far. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's being at home. You like that. It's I don't know what the weather will be over there. I mean, we got some rain going on here today, so see if that's a factor.
We'll take a quick break. 1 minute here. When we come back, what's at stake tonight for the Kings and Pelicans? Also, we'll get to 3 in the key as well. Before we get to our pick 6 and what to watch, pick 6 for the Rams and Niners tonight. We'll do that at 9:28. We'll take a break. We're right back. Kings Pelicans next.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the capital for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions, plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports, all in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Red Hot Chili Peppers bringing us back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, all the way till 10 a.m. when Mr. Alan Stiles will join us. Hey, we ran out of time last time. 3 in the Key does not like to wait. Very big ego with 3 in the Key.
Oh, huge ego. By the way, Dave, really fast, Dre Greenlaw is active now officially.
Activated
for tonight's game.
That's probably why the
move
line.
that spread.
Maybe that's why. Because, it means more than just him playing. I mean, in front of the home crowd, big cheers, all that fun stuff. Okay, well, now I'm all in. Go Niners. All right, 3 in the Key right now. Please roll the John Cash music. Jason Ross, take it away.
All right, Kings made a season-high 3-pointers, 20, whatever they made the other day, 22. So tonight, Dave, the question is, how many 3-pointers will they make in New Orleans?
I hate those New Orleans rims. I really do, dude. I hate
different.
Those rims suck. They're like those lame rims you had in junior high where you'd miss and it'd be like, pong.
Double rims, chain net.
Yeah, double rim, chain net, or double rim and like weird pieces of netting that aren't even like together.
Yeah, the net's not all there.
No. I'll say they make 11.
I have 13.
15.
Okay. Next up, the last King to make a basket in the game.
Let's go Dougie McBuckets.
Oh.
Why not?
You're thinking it's in the bag one way or the other. I'm going DeRozan.
I'm also going McDermott.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And then something odd, weird, random, different.
Odd, weird, little, yellow, different, better. I'm gonna say De'Aaron Fox technical foul.
Oh. Then we got Angry Fox. I like that.
Yes.
I'm going to have that the Kings will do this again. They will come from a double-digit deficit down to win. 10 points or more down. Yep.
Doug McDermott will have 3 or more 3-pointers.
Yeah, McDermott hive. There you go.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I hate Smoothie King. By the way, Smoothie King Center, not great.
Except for broadcasting, they do give us smoothies.
So, 2 things.
Go get there and get that ball there.
I always think Chris is doing that live, by the way.
He is. Every time he is.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Number 1, I was incredibly disappointed the first time I went to Smoothie King Center. And I thought it was like milkshake smoothies, but it's all like fruit smoothies stuff.
Milkshake smoothies. How many of those have you
I
had?
mean, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Explain.
I understand in retrospect, I should have known that it was like Jamba Juice style smoothies, but for some reason, I just thought it was going to be ice cream, and
it's
it
not
was
Shake King.
I know, and it should be. Secondly,
shaking.
The one thing I will say that, well, other than it's in New Orleans and when you leave the arena, you can get good food. They do have the best popcorn stand in the NBA. No doubt about it. It's not even close, dude.
I thought you rave about Golden One.
Golden One popcorn's good, and the butter is fantastic. And I would even go to tell you, I would even go as far as to say the popcorn at Golden One Center is better than the popcorn at Smoothie King. Just straight popcorn. But here's the difference, dude. If Golden One Center popcorn is an A, Smoothie King Center popcorn is a B. But not only do they have butter, but they have a whole row of like cheese, powdered cheese or Cajun seasoning, garlic and onion powder, pepper, they have all these shakers, and you can just make your popcorn, whatever, and you can get it in a bag. So you can just like shake them all up and make your own little creations. Like, it really lets you get the creative side of your inner popcorn going. Oh, and they also have whatever the seasoning is they use for kettle corn, which is, I mean, it's fine.
I like kettle corn.
I just remembered something. By the way, I tried this about a month ago, and I forgot to tell you, Jason and Chris. You know what is actually, and Jason, I think you'll actually be with me on this. I was very surprised. This is an amazing combo I didn't know existed, dude. Take a couple of bags. All right, everybody, it's time for Fat Hour, brought to you by Carmichael Dave. Take a couple of bags.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Couple of bags of like movie theater butter style microwave popcorn. Pop them up, throw them in a grocery bag, okay? Like one of them brown bags.
I don't like your brown grocery bag.
Why? It's so you can shake it all up. You put all the popcorn in there.
I mean, specifically your grocery bag.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then use your own.
No, you're not picking that up, are you?
He still hasn't gotten it.
Oh, that was a plastic bag, Chris. That wasn't a paper bag. That could have been. That was a lot different.
So now we're
okay. All right.
Yeah. Guys, here's the crazy thing. I'm dead serious. Take an envelope of Swiss Miss hot chocolate mix and toss it in the bag. Not the envelope, but the stuff inside it. In the bag and shake it up. Dude, I'm telling you, hot chocolate covered buttery salty popcorn. And Jason, you're the M&Ms and the popcorn guy.
Peanut M&Ms.
Right. I'm telling you, dude, it's a nice little change up.
Okay.
Try it. I'm saying. Try it.
Okay.
Also, I've been really getting into black pepper popcorn too.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, just take a handful of black pepper and toss it in there and shake that sucker up.
Handful?
I mean, not a handful, but like 3 fingers and a thumb, and just bam that sucker. All right, we have to talk about not popcorn, I guess. What's at stake tonight for the Kings Pelicans is the question, Jason, on our sheet.
Yeah.
Everything.
The world.
Everything.
They'd get to 500.
If they lose, I don't want to go too far here. Season over.
If they lose, we heard earlier, you are changing teams. You're probably going back to the Thunder, right? Is that your team?
That is my alternate team if I had to pick a team.
Okay.
And to be honest, it's not really a Thunder. If Sam Presti had a jersey, I would wear it. Sam Presti is my favorite player in the NBA. It would be him.
Wow. So you were the one doing the voting of that athletic piece.
He would have been number one for me. And I heard I didn't want to, we had to move on
without a title. Okay.
Yeah. And I know Sam said that. You know what, dude? Here's the thing. Sam Presti is who Billy Bean thought he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sam Presti, for the market he's in and the challenges he's in, like, yeah, dude, put Sam Presti in Boston, put Sam Presti in LA. If I'm the Lakers, if Jeannie came to me and said, you know what, Dave, here you go, dude. Here's the team. You know, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to New Orleans and to what's her face? Is it Gail Benson, I think, that owns the team? She doesn't even care about it that much. I'm like, hey, G, what's going to take?
Let's get shakes in your smoothie king.
That is correct. Number one, how about some soft serve or some shakes? Number two, how much is it going to take for? Oh wait, why would I go to Smoothie King? That's New Orleans. I go to Clay Bennett. I'd say, Clay, you dirty bastard! You stole the team from Seattle. What's it going to take to get Sam Presti? Like, honest to God, if I bought a team, the first thing I do is I go buy Sam Presti. I just spent a couple $2 billion on a team. I'm not going to have an issue paying $30 million for Sam Presti. And I would argue that Sam Presti is going to have more of an effect on my franchise than any player I could get for $30 million.
Is there any chance you're overvaluing him?
I think history speaks for itself with Sam Presti. He has tremendous salary hamstrings that he has to deal with. This is the guy that drafted Kevin Durant. This is the guy that drafted Russell Westbrook, James Harden. This is the guy that has rebuilt.
Seem to be.
I mean, even Da Vinci had a crappy painting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. Wait, did he draft Hasheem Thabit? I thought that was Memphis.
I don't know. I'm making stuff up.
Oh, damn it. You had me thinking. Like, nobody can match Sam Presti's draft record. Like, you cannot match Sam Presti's draft record. He is the new Jerry West, except he didn't play, in the league. And he's not the logo. I mean, no offense. Sam Presti or Monty McNair. Flip a coin.
Looking at his draft record. Oh.
Sorry, I'm allergic. I'm allergic to it.
Yeah, his draft record's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, his draft record's pretty good. He has the number 1 team in the Western Conference. They're the second youngest team in the NBA. And I'm guessing here, he has something like 47 first-round draft picks over the next 2 years.
The only thing I would say, and a lot of time, I mean, again, I'm just totally 100% nitpicking because he is tremendous. I mean, he's great at his job. The one thing I'm fascinated by OKC, the fact that how many legends they've been able to have that come through there, but why I would say why they aren't able to keep them, but they did have Durant for a long time. Harden, they moved on from. Westbrook, they had Paul George, they had Sabonis, they had Oladipo, they've had Chris Paul. I guess technically they had Horford, though he never went there really. They've had a lot they had Şengün, they technically traded him draft night to Houston. Giddey, man, they've had a lot of good players.
That's the thing, and you're right, but it's also because they can't keep them. They can't keep them. That's the problem. They cannot keep these players, which is unfortunate. Like when you look at their salary cap rankings year on year on year, like think about it like this, Jason. We'll never know, but do we really think if the Thunder had kept the core of Westbrook, Durant, Serge Ibaka, and James Harden together, they're not eventually winning a title?
I mean, they got there once, so yeah. I mean, I got to believe they could have done it again, right? And then I guess at some point, and again, this is right now, they're back in the sweet spot of last year and this year being one of the best teams in the league. They do need to pay that off with the title, because like if they go through another cycle, and let's say in 2 years SGA left, even with all these great young players in the future, like at some point, like I guess my point on OKC last year, they were really, really good, good 1 seed. I would have loved for them to make the Caruso trade last year, like get involved when you have the one. Like I felt like they thought we've got a team. Let's let this go, and they didn't get all the way through. And I don't know if the trade would have made it happen, but you have all those assets. They could splash just about anybody on their team right now.
That's exactly right.
I think it's a great thing to be in, but I also feel like they need to do that or think about doing that.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight. And oh my goodness, is there a lot to watch, plus pick 6 for the Niners Rams. We'll do all that right after this.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center, and wet weather. We've had some rain through the morning. Expect to have some more showers on and off again through the afternoon, with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 50s and winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's the year-end event right now at Folsom Lake Kia with huge year-end savings, low finance rates, and zero-down deals with approved credit. Come see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Get even more savings this holiday season by becoming a Milo's Rewards member. Don't miss new member deals dropping every week, like $15 off a purchase of $50 or more on select Bounty, Charmin, and Puffs paper products. Plus, get free standard shipping with Silver Key status. Just one more way Lowe's is here to help you shop, save, and enjoy the holidays. Join for free today. Milo's Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change. Exclusions and more terms apply. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPfest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPfest.com.
It's not your average holiday season. Hold on to your hard hats because starting Monday, December 13th, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is unwrapping the biggest power tool sale Sacramento has ever seen. We're turning up the heat with 12 days of unbeatable prices on all your favorite Makita products and much more. Free batteries with tools, free tools with batteries, and bare tools starting at just $99. Come on down and give us a visit at 6701 Power Inn Road in Sacramento or shop our Christmas deals online at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Holidays at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Time now for your 49ers injury report, brought to you by Jeremy Winter, attorney at law. He cares because he's been there. In the 38-13 win over the Bears on Sunday, the Niners suffered a couple of more significant injuries. Left guard Ben Barch suffered a high ankle sprain, and running back Isaac Guerrero departed with a possible foot sprain. With Christian McCaffrey and J.P. Morgan already on the injured list, this could be a real problem for the 49ers, who get ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams in a key game on Thursday night.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Final half hour, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Just a reminder, I will be back on Monday in studio with Chris. It's just me and Chris, or Chris and I. All week long is Jason. Another vacation for Jason Ross. So he'll be gone next week. You're doing a 6-day this time, right? No, that's right. Excuse me. I will be. I'll be back, and I don't know what the hell anyone else is doing. And really, Jason, I'm an idiot. So we'll just move on. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140.
Okay, weirdo. Party of one.
Guys, Thursday night football tonight, Rams and Niners.
Let's go.
Let's absolutely go. I'm fully stoked on this one. Late start for me, though, 3 hours ahead. I get to experience basketball and football late at night. But you know what? I don't particularly, the East Coast people are so, they're so whiny. Like, get over it, man.
What is it? Midnight start over there?
No,
I guess 5-1.
No, 5. Let's see. It starts at what? Everything starts. They both start at 5. So 8 p.m. 8 p.m. 8:15. So it gets done at 10, 11 o'clock. It is a different thing, though.
No, I'm talking for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this segment is going a tremendous for so many reasons. This might be the best segment on the show today.
So Mack and Me.
I love how I just jumped off a cliff on my own, and Chris was like, "No."
I always said to my parents when they said, if your friend jumped off a bridge, would you? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like fun.
It's one of those things where we're tandem jumping. Chris is like attached to my back. So anyway.
And Jason's in the back. Here's your parachute, guys.
You forgot something.
Oh, come on. Gotta recover. So yeah, Niners, Rams tonight. Kings, Pelicans tonight. After not having anything to watch for a couple of days, now we're going to have everything to watch, gentlemen. And you know what? I am 100% here for it. I am also 100% here. Please, for a pick six.
Yeah.
Niners, Rams right now, please. Save us, Jason Ross. Save us.
All right, here we go. 6 predictions for tonight's game between the 49ers and the Rams. Let's go with first, Dave, the first 49er to score.
You know what? I'm going to go Isaac Guerrero. I feel like that's probably the odds-on pick.
I'm going to go with Jawan Jennings. Chris?
I will say Deebo Samuel.
Deebo.
Okay. You know what? I hope Chris is right. I've never said that before. I hope Chris is right. I really do.
How about next? Guerrero rushing yards.
He is a little banged up. I'll say 86.
86. I'm going to go with 41.
Wow.
Chris? Rushing yards for Guerrero.
I'm going to say 0.
What?
He's not going to play.
Oh.
I thought he was playing.
Supposed to be, but
I think it's going to be a late scratch. They're going to say like, oh, we went through and he's not feeling right. And
okay.
You know what, buddy? You're a late scratch.
All right, next up.
Man, my 2 picks have really.
How about Purdy yards and Stafford yards, Dave? We'll go Purdy first, then Stafford, all in one.
All right, I'll go Purdy 265. I'll go Stafford. Give me an even 300. By the way, on our earlier picks, just a note here. Last week in that 44-42 win over Buffalo, James Cook had 6 rushes for 20 yards. Josh Allen did the damage, 10 carries, 82 yards. So if it wasn't for Josh Allen, that rushing is not looking great, but obviously he's a big part of that. But just to go to the Rams rush defense and where they're at right now.
All right, I'm going to go with Purdy yards at 261, so close to yours, Dave, and 270 for Stafford. Chris?
Okay.
282 for Purdy. 268 for Stafford.
All right, next. Total field goals made. How many field goals in this game between the two teams?
Oh, I didn't expect that. Let's see. Jake Moody versus Joshua Carty. Total field goals, give me 4.
Okay, I've got 2. Chris?
I'll take 3.
3. Okay. Debo total yards. He said he wanted the ball more. They're not getting him the ball enough. What's he going to do with his total time, total touches, total yards today?
I'm going to put my red and gold glasses on. This is more about hopes than what I would bet. Give me 130 total. Did you say total Debo yards?
I did.
Yeah, 130, please.
Okay, I've got 77.
96.
Okay. And lastly, something different, something odd, something weird, something random, kind of a crazy stat.
You know what? Usually I go with the juicy touchdown, so of course he's going to get one tonight. Let me switch it up a bit. It ain't a ballet, but give me a touchdown for Tutu Atwell. Not Nakua and Cup, maybe. Fine, whatever. I think we're going to get a Tutu Atwell touchdown tonight.
Tutu TD?
Tutu TD.
All right. I have the 49ers will make a 2-point conversion.
I will say Purdy will rush for 30 or more yards.
Okay.
Wow.
They're needed if Rendo has 0. Yep. There you go.
Okay.
You picked 6.
And a Niner win.
There you go.
Hopefully a Niner win. We'll take a break. When we come back, we wrap up the show with celebrity birthdays, Alan Styles, and so much more as we come back right here on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Seasons change, but if you hope to stay healthy, your body needs to stay active year-round, whether that's in the gym or on the trail or at work. And that's where the Good Feet store can help. Good Feet's personalized arch support system supports all 4 arches, relieving pain in your feet, knees, hips, and back. And Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Visit goodfeet.com for an appointment or stop in for a free fitting. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle. Intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 30th for Monday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers face the Detroit Lions.
20, one block and he's in.
It's the final regular season home game of the campaign and presented by SAP.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At El Grove Honda, our recipe for happy holidays is to think happy Honda days. Let's explain.
Happy is a good thing. We all like happy. Honda stands for quality, reliability, comfort, design, peace of mind, value at resale, and a lot more feel-good words. Days is how long you have left to take advantage of Elk Grove Honda's year-end clearance underway right now. Elk Grove Honda is located in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more silverer. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Rare Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at hagenoaks.com.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah. Oh, Alan Stiles joins us. Good morning, Alan. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Yeah. Just watching a press avail that Joe Burrow had. I don't know if you guys have seen that with the media. Good job, Dave. A press avail with the media as opposed to with Dolphins. I don't know. And a really emotional Joe Burrow talking about the break-ins and the other stuff that went with those stories as to who was at his house. And Joe has always had a real tough time with the media, or with not with the media, but with his private life. He's really, really private and has struggled actually really all the way back to LSU. And you could tell he was near tears. He was basically like, this is a violation. It's already out there way too much. This is more than I wanted to share. I mean, look, the dude's rich and, everyone would like to be Joe Burrow, or most people would. I'm not doing crocodile tears here, but sometimes we forget about that. The way their lives are just, hi, here you go. Here's everything about them, and everyone knows your address.
Yeah, I saw the Tua thing as well, so I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, Tua said that he's got armed security outside of his place too.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Same for me.
I mean, that's with all these gigs I'm getting, I'm gonna need it too. Look, let's not bury the lead here.
What's that?
I know you guys have been in the throes of your show, but you didn't hear
what?
Oh, the anonymous exec.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you weren't listening?
We walked down that road.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I only spent about an hour on it. Go ahead, Alan. Breaking news. Alan Stiles.
The king to the kings.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
Sacktown Sports breaking news.
So Alan's got some breaking news, Dave.
Well, look. So I'm still in the process of moving. So I've been running around. So I did catch majority of the Sam Amick interview, but I missed whenever that.
Yeah, because it was after that. Because
it was after that. Yeah, I was
that
moving a bunch of baby toys that we don't need anymore, but we're gonna hold on to.
Oh, nostalgia. Or for another another Styles.
2025. What's up, Dave?
By the way, for the record, I hate the idea, even though it's never going to happen, but still would hate the idea. That would be a disaster.
They need a market. King to the Kings is easy. You have the
What do you
king.
What do you mean they need a market? Oh,
they need a new NBA viewership is down. How do you fix that? Send LeBron to Sacramento.
Take him out of LA.
Take him out of LA.
Yeah.
Everyone expects that.
Yeah.
It's old. It's tired. It's stale. Be a part of something new. MJ never took the Kings to a finals.
No, he didn't. It's true. LeBron's
You know what,
taken
guys?
4 teams, right? Or 3 teams?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you know this, but
I was just going here. Go ahead, Chris. I'll bet you we're on the same page.
LeBron James's first NBA game was actually in Sacramento.
Yep.
That's right.
Could you
What's the
imagine
break-
having his first and last game in Sacramento, raising an NBA championship trophy?
And I believe that he played a couple AAU games for the Oakland Soldiers or somebody like that. Yeah, something random. So the ties are there. The ties are there. Why is no one talking about this? I love anonymous execs.
Chris, it would have been better, though, if you'd have played the breaking news thing when you said LeBron's first game was here.
I should have.
You really should have.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Nothing says family and friends more than Crumble Cookies. And I am happy to report for our good friend Crumble Chris that my wife commissioned a big old box of Crumble Cookies that were delivered along with dinner last night to my mother for her birthday. So we don't, and by the way, just because I know there's somebody out there that's a snarky face, paid full pop. This wasn't like a DJ
I bet you got them for free, Dave.
Exactly. No, paid full pop. Got the Crumble Cookies and all the pretty colors my mom loves. So there you go. We don't just talk it, we live it. Jason Ross, celebrity birthdays.
All right, on this day, in what year did the television show America Ninja Warrior come out?
Oh, God.
I don't know. Because I thought it was newer, and then you find out that it's been around.
No.
I don't remember it prior to college. That doesn't mean it wasn't happening. I'm going to say a couple years before. I'm going to say 2011.
All right, I guess Alan goes first.
I just felt this one in my soul because I watch it.
I'll say 2010 and get out of the way for Chris to be
That's
right.
what I wanted to do.
So we got 11, we got 10.
I'll say 2009.
You're such a D. I
want to say 2010. You want to switch?
No, you're just trying to sandwich me.
Isolate that. We have a correct answer.
Oh.
And it's Christopher Law, 2009.
Shocker.
Okay, another, let's go to a movie. Scream 2.
Ooh. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh God. Scream 2. I'm gonna be so far off. I'm gonna say 98.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
Y2K, baby. 2000.
Oh, that's stupid. I'm going to say 97.
We have a correct answer. Christopher Law, 1997.
But why do you know this?
I don't know.
I saw it.
No, dude, did you ever see Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes.
Okay, remember the TV Kid? Like, that's
Yes.
Chris, but with movies.
But you
Yes.
can watch a lot and not know when they came out.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
but-
if 90s movies, I was like a Blockbuster kid, so I would go and I'd turn the
Well, you guys
face
are all
around.
close.
I'd always see
He's
the
just
year.
right on it.
It just is ridiculous.
Let's see if he
now.
can go 3 for 3 in our non-birthday parts. The movie Three Amigos.
I should know that one.
This
I
is
should
Dave's
know that
wheelhouse.
one. Oh
Yeah.
God,
I
I should know that one. I'm gonna be
For
within
Alan
a,
on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be within a year. Choop 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 choop. Naughty. 19. I want to. 1986.
So close. 85.
87.
I was gonna say 80.
I was gonna
I was
say
thinking 87 or 88.
We've got a correct answer.
That
I
was
was gonna
87.
say-
It's 87.
And is Carmichael Dave,
Whoa!
1986. Okay, happy birthday to former King John Salmons.
Who just signed another mid-level extension with the Kings.
We get
Johnny
traded for
Sal.
LeBron.
Are we still looking at the Bulls record to see when we give up that draft pick?
Yes,
That's a good point. Who was the guy with Portland that we owed one forever, Jason? Remember?
Well, wasn't the J.J. Hickson one? for
Yes,
Cleveland?
JJ, yes. Oh, Cleveland. You knew what I was talking about.
Yes.
John Salmons is 43.
45.
41.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Styles,
We're back,
45.
Wow.
Happy birthday to, he was a King for a little bit this year. Boogie Ellis.
Where did he?
Is he in Stockton? I don't know.
No. Didn't he go overseas?
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah,
He
I
boogied
think
over?
He did, yeah.
Boogie Ellis is 23.
There's no way. There's literally not a chance.
No.
21.
22.
Carmichael Dave is closest, 24.
What?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Happy birthday to.
I mean, he was right.
Dionne Warwick.
That's true. He was. Oh, Dionne Warwick.
Keep smiling. Laughing.
Keep smiling, keep shining. No, you can always count on me for sure.
Bye, Speed Stick.
What?
That's what Enemies Are 5 is the opposite song of. That's what Friends Are For.
Dionne Warwick is old. He is 83.
82.
82.
Oh,
81.
Chris is gonna, yeah, there we go.
Carmichael Dave's closest, 84 today. All right, what do we have left? Regina Hall, Jennifer Conley, Mike Glennon, the quarterback, Andrew Whitworth from Thursday Night Football.
Jennifer Conley is a surprising 52 years old today.
Gina Hall is 53.
Andrew Whitworth is 41.
You guys are all very, very close. I think all within a year or two. Regina Hall's 54. Jennifer Conley's 54. Andrew Whitworth, 43. There you go.
Yeah,
She's even a more surprising 54.
Yes, exactly.
That really kind of is surprising.
Yeah.
Alan, can I call you Al?
Sure.
What's coming up on the show today, Al?
LeBron, the
No.
king to the kings.
Alan's got him coming.
Sam Amick, what he had to say about that article in The Athletic about the top execs and the Kings not being one of the top 10. Roundtable at 12 o'clock with Brendan
All right.
Nunes, Frankie Cardicelli. Don't miss it.
That's a lot to stay tuned for. Plus Alan Styles, the styles of Alan Styles. For Kelly Brothers, for Sam Amick, for Christopher Laud, for Jason Ross, I'm Carmichael Dave. You better light the beam tonight or there's going to be trouble. Tune in tomorrow. We'll explain. Light the damn beam, please. Bye-bye now.
Malik Monk plays here.